Line, 1934, Helgramite, Massachusetts. The little fishing hamlet on the American East Coast celebrates its quadricentennial. 400 years since its settlement on the banks of Hog Island Sound, an area famed for, you guessed it, folks, an export of the pork variety. But onto every golden brown ham must a few briny tears fall. The sudden passing of American pork magnate W.M. Bleeker has locals pining instead of dining. Save a couple of strips of bacon for the wake, fellas. The untimely death has drawn regional attention, including claims of anti-union antipathy and even animal mistreatment. Activist Evelyn, Virginia Margaret Madison arrived to crack the whip, but naturally never on a horse's behind. Meanwhile, law enforcement and even private detectives like this tall drink of crime here are making sure there was no foul play. Hopefully they'll get to the bottom of this tragedy, right down to the curly little tail. And don't look now, comedy lovers, but even burnt-out silent screen legends like Charles Priest are throwing their fez into the ring. Yes, Priest has been spotted in Helgramite, far from home in Hollywood. Is he vacationing or looking for work? Try to stay out of trouble, Charlie. For now, it looks like Donald Bleeker, WM's cute-as-a-piglet son and erstwhile mascot for Bleeker Co., will be managing Papa Piggy's business through this hardship. Oink oink, meaning best of luck to little Donnie and his deceased daddy.
Welcome to, is this audible? Oh, there it is. Welcome to Acquisitions Incorporated, Call of Cthulhu. I was Kris Straub, but tonight I am your keeper and here to introduce my victims. Table order, here we go. Playing the part of Omin Dran, Jerry Holkins. And as Donald Bleeker, Ryan Hartman.
Come on. This is not a problem.
As actor Charles Priest, Arnie Niekamp. And as Evelyn Madison, Anna Parser.
I'm supposed to stay inside.
Now, let's begin. It's the first time I've done it. We start our story in, as I said before, a small fishing town in Massachusetts, Helgramite, which is the name of the most popular lure there. You have been called, Donald, you've been called back home because you do not live there. It is a small, yucky town, and you're a big city boy.
Mm-hmm. Big fancy boy.
You're back because of a family tragedy. It's true. It's true. But let's set our scene outside the Bleeker Pig and Creosote Company's head offices, where we see Omin Dran. You're there.
It's me.
And I believe that you are also there, Donald, and Charles.
Hello, yes. Sure. I'm here to follow along, do some research on an upcoming silent film. I think it's going to be pretty good.
And the production house believes that if you're able to observe my private investigations, that it'll create a more realistic interpretation of these events for your picture?
Yeah, every one of my silent films really has to focus on some common man and some occupation, and then I come in and I do some goofs and I do it badly, but I like to know how to do it well before I do a silent film about doing it bad.
How do you take this, Donald?
Yeah,
because
so-
you're here because of a tragedy, and this seems like a pretty
So I
trite
arrive.
conversation.
I arrive. I know you. I don't know you.
But you
Sorry.
probably are familiar
But I don't, though.
with my
And
work.
I go, are you the private dick that I hired? 20 slang. 20 slang. Yeah.
I write that down, and I'm like, oh, private dick.
Yes, Mr. Bleeker.
Well, everything seems to be in order. Who the hell are you?
I'm Charles Priest, beloved international silent film star.
He's my assistant.
Oh, all right. So like a janitor or?
No, look, I'm just a fly on the wall here to observe, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So like a janitor.
Yeah.
Yeah, his discretion is assured, sir.
Okay.
Your family is in pork. You're familiar with flies on the wall.
That's accurate. You're a smart janitor. All right. Yeah, there's a little matter we have to look into.
Yeah.
It's a small matter. Should I get my magnifying glass?
Yes, please.
An officer of the law emerges from the front steps of the office building and is tucking a magnifying glass back into his pocket and shaking his head and approaches you, Donald, and says, "Are you the boy?"
I am the man.
I thought I recognized you. You're the more pork on your fork boy. I've seen you on the cans.
Yes. Yes. It's been many years. I assume I'm like the Gerber baby of pork products.
Yeah.
So yeah. I'm big now.
I can't resist. I can't resist. And he just gives you a little boop, poke in your
And
tummy.
I giggle. God help me, I giggle.
It's built in
Yeah,
now.
I can't not.
And I recognize you from the other can that has you as a baby, but like a pig is pulling on your diaper, so like your butt's sticking
Yeah,
out.
my butt's sticking. Like copper tone. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for the creosote.
It's like, yeah, there's that image, and it says, "Every can a feast." Are these gentlemen with you? We have something important to show you.
Yes, he is. And he's with him. But he's not with me.
Yeah.
And that has to be made very clear.
I need to follow some kind of protocol.
Then you go in, I'll follow you, he'll follow me, and he'll follow him. What are you,
Yeah.
what am I, speaking Latin here? Come on.
Same old boy. So yeah, he leads you up the stairs of this office that you've spent some time in as a child, and then less as a rowdy grown-up. It's in a lot of disrepair. They take you up the steps. The velvet of this carpet, the sheen it's worn down with track. He takes you up to your father's office, opens the door, but before pushing on through, he says, "I have to warn you. Are you afraid of the sight of a dead father?"
Yes. Terrified.
Then
I put a hand on your shoulder and I say, "You are paying me to look at this."
It's true. And you do have your magnifying glass.
Right. I come prepared.
All right.
I pull out a comically large magnifying glass. I'm just very pleased with myself.
Holy shit. See you in an entirely new light now.
this guy's a real detective. Send
Holy
him in.
shit. Yeah. Get out of here. Now you. I go, yes, maybe you should go first. That's what you're here for.
I'd be happy to take this on.
All right, so he opens the door all the way. Inside, forgive me, just outside in the hallway, now coming this direction, is you, Evelyn. You are having an argument with, or you were having an argument, which we can play out right now, with Mr. Bleeker Sr.'s assistant, who is not able to answer the questions you're asking.
Well, I'm just really sorry to be so pestering at a time like this, but you know that horse welfare waits for no one, and Mr. L.A. Thander really believes that it is so important that we all take the time to consider our fellow animals' well-being, and I just feel like it's not a very hard question to answer whether there might be a few horse bits mixed in with the pork.
Look, lady, like I already told you, all of our pork is ethically sourced. Ethically sourced. Sauced.
As long as it's not... As long as it's sourced and not horsed, you know what I mean?
Ha ha. Yeah, I get it.
And also... Well, and then I guess I would see these few...
Yeah, at that point you're seeing them.
Oh, it's the pork can boy. I'm so sorry for your loss. And she runs over and presses your hand. I'm so glad you're here to oversee operations. I'm sure that you will just continue to run this company in such an ethical way. And I'm so sorry to hear about the loss of your father. And have you heard of L.A. Thander's Society for Equine Welfare? May I tell you about it?
I pull my hands away. I'm with you until you say that. I'm like, yeah, I know who he is. Any more people gonna hang out and look at my dad's dead body, or?
Oh, so you heard about it. I'm sorry, kid.
Yeah, everyone keeps telling me about it.
I got work to do. It's out.
I just poke my head in to say, don't mind me. I'm not here. I'm internationally famous. I know.
I know who you are.
Yes.
It's very nice to meet you. I'm just a little overcome. What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm just researching for a new silent film.
Oh.
I show her like the giant magnifying glass.
Making it obvious.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
Yeah.
It's funny because it's too big.
I totally see it now that you've explained it. I get why that's hilarious. You're shadowing Mr.
Mr. Dran.
Mr. Dran. Have we met before?
I don't believe so.
Oh, interesting. Well,
More the pity.
well, certainly, yes. Anyway, I'm sorry to interrupt your investigation. Although, if you're already shadowing, would you mind if I shadowed the shadow?
Do you
I've
want
just
to
never-
shadow me? Yeah.
I'm not opposed to a double shadow scenario. I mean, and we already have it worked out more or less. Wherever he goes, I will follow him, and then shortly after me, we'll be
Yes.
followed by him. And then there is a shadow opportunity following him.
I've just always dreamed of knowing what it was like to be a movie star, so I would love to maybe that could help me make some connections in the Hollywood world for our acting equine friends.
Oh, well, Oh, wait, you're looking for roles for the horses?
No, they have plenty of roles. They are quite charming and charismatic themselves. But I just want to make sure that, in movies they're paid equal wages and, have reasonable work hours, of course. I'm sure that you would always treat any horse in your pictures with the most impeccable kindness.
I just start looking into my giant magnifying glass.
What, like that?
Like, oh, look at this. What's that up there?
I hate to interrupt the conversation, and I hope the smell of my dad's dead body isn't, making it weird. And then I just go to the detective or the cop, and I'm just like, can we get this over with so I can get the money? I mean, so I can grieve?
Mr. Bleeker, I'd be happy to handle the grieving for you as well.
Yeah.
It's just it's a fee that we can attach to the rest of it. I should emphasize that is not a real magnifying glass.
Oh.
I have a real magnifying glass.
Oh.
If you ever needed to look at a small thing in more detail.
Oh, I'd love to.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
She just starts looking at everything.
Clues could be anywhere.
She doesn't offer it back at all.
This one's not real. Like all art, it's just, exaggerating to make us think about what is a magnifying glass.
Oh, like a metaphor.
Yeah.
You could look at his magnifying glass with your magnifying glass, and after I set that up, I walk into the room.
Yeah, and the police officer says, this way if you want to enter as well.
Oh.
But please try to have a little propriety. This man's father is dead in there, and very dead, quite some time.
Okay.
And I'm torn up about it.
Yeah. I sort of let my pants drop to my ankles, and I just kind of,
He's got a penguin
Big,
scenario.
comically sad face.
yeah.
You enter the room.
I do.
It is a cramped office with a large desk, filing cabinets line the wall. Not in a lot of a state of organization. You get the sense that there's, not that it was tossed, but maybe tracks with what you remember of your father. He, a harried man.
A hairy man?
A very hairy man.
Oh, so.
And the constant shaving made him incredibly busy. But there at the desk, in the chair, you see the form of your father, who is dead. There is quite clearly a revolver on the desk in front of him. He doesn't look that dead. I mean, it's not like
He's alive.
putrefied. It's still alive. He's alive
Okay,
still?
Yeah. I go, Daddy! And we embrace, and we play catch.
No. We've seen this before.
Oh, no.
That doesn't work. Nothing works. The officer says, we found him just like this. Wanted somebody to come and identify it.
The crime scene?
Sure.
Standard police procedure.
Of course.
So he's slumped over the desk. Everything was locked. Gun next to his hand, single gunshot wound. It's just like you had said on the phone. This is obviously a murder, which is why I hired you.
Murder.
Yeah. This is a murder. You're going to solve this murder.
In what? It's a murder?
If it's not, I don't get the money.
It's a murder.
This is yep. Case closed. So I start going through drawers. Money.
I nod sagely.
You said all that out loud?
Yeah.
Okay. The officer stops.
Really loud.
The officer stops you and says, "I didn't say anything about a gunshot wound."
Yeah, you did.
No, I'm pretty clear about that. And if you look at the body, I mean, there's no blood anywhere either.
Wait a second. So there's a revolver here on the desk,
Yeah.
and there is a dead person, but the dead person was not shot.
That's correct.
I guess this is Act 1.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it's like a time gun.
See, that's that literary shit.
Yeah.
Are we still outside just looking at things through our magnifying glasses? Or
You're hearing me yell about murder.
Murder, Dad! Murder, Dad!
And then just rifling through drawers.
So I'm gonna get up close here and examine it. So now I'm curious.
Yeah.
Now that he has said that there was no gunshot, but there is a gun, but there is a dead person, I don't have all the information here. I feel like the math is missing a few variables.
In common Helgramite police force protocol, he says, we took all the pictures we need. You feel free to mess all this up if you want. Pretty open and shut, as far as I can tell. Have at it. What would you like to investigate?
I say, Mr. Bleeker, may I? And I have my hand sort of like on the back of the chair.
I'm jimmying at the desk, and I'm like, yeah.
I'm just going to grab the back of the chair
Yeah.
and pull it 2 or 3 feet away from the desk.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see some of these dang rolls. What would this even be? I think it would be like it would just be a perception or equivalent. Mm-hmm. Some of this terminology is
Yeah.
foreign.
This is like, I'm trying to find a hidden thing, basically.
Yeah,
Inception.
that would
Okay.
work. Yeah, spot hidden.
Can do. That's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to roll these dice. I don't do it at all.
You do not?
No, not at all. But I assume as I pull it back out, the body just collapses to the floor.
Yeah, is it the looking you did poorly or the pulling?
Well, the pulling started it, and it's possible that if I hadn't pulled it, things might have gone differently for me. But I'm new to this. I mean, private investigation is a relatively recent career change for me, and so there's a lot that I'm still learning, and I ask for your patience at this time.
You look so poorly that upon pulling out the chair, you don't see a body, but the weight and the force you have to pull out with informs you that there is indeed something in the chair that is a body.
I nod. Much as I thought.
The officer goes, "Oh, interesting technique. Wouldn't have thought to do that."
I say, I'm just getting started.
Out in the hall, I say, maybe I'm trained to, when I hear something funny is happening. So I heard a funny noise in the other room. So if you want to shadow me into this.
Oh, absolutely.
room.
She holds up the magnifying glass.
Oh, good.
The box behind you. Mm-hmm.
So is that how you enter?
Yeah.
One after the other?
You can hear the
And then-
piano.
And then we remember that there's a dead body in here, so we kind of
Tasteful.
just more slowly.
How do you feel about a dead body? Shall we have a sanity check, perhaps?
Oh,
From the two of you?
Both of us?
Yes.
You gotta
41.
roll the 2, right?
What's
you
my
have to over
sanity?
100, right?
Well, this,
Yeah, it's percentile dice.
Yeah.
So I think my sanity is 35, and I rolled higher than that, which means I failed, correct?
Yes.
Oh, right out of the
how
bat.
much higher?
Uh-oh.
So we're going to get things moving right away, it sounds like.
Yeah,
I've seen lots of horrible things in horse glue factories, but I've never seen anything quite like this.
would you roll a d4, Evelyn?
Oops. 2.
Okay. Yeah. You take that many sanity points off,
I take 2 sanity points off. Okay.
and you emit a gasp, stagger backward, despite yourself.
About 5 seconds ago, it was all very funny.
yeah. I also rolled way into being insane.
How bad?
65, like 20 points higher than
Okay.
my threshold of sanity.
So real bad. All right, well then you go ahead and roll a d4 as well.
Okay.
Also, let me remind each of you that you have luck points on your sheet.
That's true.
And if you really screw up on a roll, you're allowed to take your luck points, add them to that roll to make up the difference. So maybe you did a good job, if you want. If you want.
Retroactively.
Yeah.
You can have succeeded in the past.
I rolled a 4.
Okay, take that many off.
Okay.
And now your pants they fall down again, but from terror.
I know. It's, like I take so much joy out of comically dropping my pants, but like the terror drop is awful.
That mournful
Yeah.
Yeah, a
drop.
somber tone.
Yeah.
It's like a flag going to half-mast. All are called to respect this moment.
Exactly. Well, this doesn't stop me. Now I'm just going to roll him over heavily.
Okay. Let's have let's do what's your medicine like?
Bad. It's 1%.
You could try anyway. What the hell? I don't know. Yeah, nothing? All right. You don't know what medicine is.
It was higher. It was higher.
The officer sees the two of you shocked and dropping your magnifying glasses and says, "Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Other investigators are here. You can borrow mine if you wish."
Oh.
And as he pulls it out of his pocket, a piece of paper falls to the ground, and he looks down at it and goes, "Oh, ridiculous. This case was so easy, so open and shut. Almost forgot about the suicide note."
The murder note?
Sure. perhaps, some sense, I guess. He hands it to you, and also a hand on your shoulder, and says, "I'm very sorry. I will read it to you. Unless you don't want to read it. That's also a thing you could do.
Nah, I'll read it.
It was murder.
I'll read it. Well, yeah, I'd say.
Yeah.
We'll get this culprit.
It says,
Thank you.
"To whom it may concern, all my life I believed I'd found salvation many times in wealth and status, and to a minor degree in family. I have learned the complexities of modern life offer no rest, no peace of mind. This wretched pork house is a prison of my own design. I sought the solace of a road no longer traveled, shown to me by those who know the bliss at its end. But cruelly..."
What?
What's happening?
No.
The pork house was a whorehouse, according to
Keeper.
that.
Is that
Yeah.
automated? I'll change it to whorehouse. It'll still work.
Hey,
It
you
still
need a
works.
pen? Yeah, just work.
There's a whorehouse for pigs.
Right. God.
Just
Daddy, what were you doing?
just to simplify it, should we just call it Porkies?
I have to report to the Animal Welfare Society immediately.
It could be
It's so
either.
much worse than you thought.
Take a picture of that.
Oh, that's
Sight.
Amnesia. I played that game. Yeah, I like that.
This is the best thing that's ever happened.
Yeah, I didn't think being a GM, it goes off the rails. I didn't think by technology.
Yeah.
Well, because it's going to whoopity whoop zap doobly jibbly blah blah zip.
Mean.
How much laughter do you have to get for it to qualify for laughter
Yeah.
on this?
What's the threshold?
Just unintelligible audience sound. Where were we? Oh, suicide. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That old chestnut.
Right.
I'm also sort of just trying to slowly but respectfully pull my pants back up.
You don't want to be caught reading a suicide note with your pants
I
down.
know, I don't.
Yeah.
Not again.
As you do that, the officer doffs his hat, of course. "I sought the solace of a road no longer traveled, shown to me by those who know the bliss at its end, but cruelly on the final step, I have been deemed unworthy of that glorious destination. What? There is not now, nor can there ever be, salvation for me, for I am unfit to dwell in the city on the hill. Pigs off to ya. Walton Bleeker."
The city on the hill.
God damn you.
Would it be possible for me to parse, using my background in religion or the occult, try to parse some aspect of that? Because he goes into some very particular language by the end of his note. It doesn't sound like language that's typically associated with meat packing. It's something else.
What do you know about meat? You don't know.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, you can try. Yeah, you could do a religion check.
I will. Watch me do it. This time. This time it's going to happen.
This is the one.
No.
Nope.
No, I did. I actually know that. So I do pass that check,
Oh, okay.
that religion check,
Yeah, but how good?
by a total of 4 points.
Oh, okay. I would say then that you have heard say, particularly on this coast for some reason,
Yeah.
that there are some elements here that fit a belief set of, you wouldn't call it a cult necessarily, but making a wealthy person feel bad seems to be like a keystone of certain industries. Looking to take advantage of them.
Preparing them for extraction. of some
Yes.
sort. I see. And so there's some element maybe that has a religious lure in it. that is
Yes.
about deriving
Yes.
value.
Yeah, there's something, guilt rings in the mind. Like that plays with it. Yeah.
Do you say any of this out loud or just think?
No, I'm just back there, just standing, bodily standing over this corpse, just listening to this. And then I look down, and then I resume manipulating the body for my own pleasure.
Just like
yeah,
Kermit arms.
it's a full-on Weekend at Bernie's sort of scenario down there. I'm having a great time.
I'm learning so much about detective work.
I know.
It's very like I'm doing it all as though it's right from the manual.
Yeah.
Like a very serious face as this is happening.
Okay. I would say that, yeah, having rolled the body over and moving it about, it's clear to you that the body is, first of all, there's no blood.
Right.
There's no trace of any gunshot wound or any wound for that matter. And it seems for a man of Bleeker's size, which is not profound, but it's oddly straightforward to move. Easy to move even.
Like weirdly easy.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't maybe have the full contents.
Yes, perhaps.
I don't like that.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't.
I stand up and I say, Mr. Bleeker, I have two questions. These are questions that I've derived from my practice as a private investigator. Mm-hmm. The first, was your father a deeply religious man? Had he recently started going perhaps to a new place of worship?
I stand up from behind the desk. He wasn't the same since Mother died, but I haven't seen him in a little while, and that was a couple of years ago.
A ways back, okay. And I say, when you knew him, did he have all of his insides? 100%.
As far as I could tell.
Yeah, it would be difficult.
Yeah. I mean, I could see like into his mouth, and then you could see in his ear. So, but beyond that, it was to say.
So you're describing to me, Keeper, a scenario where this is like we're talking about like a grown man, but like a 60 to 80 pounds type situation.
Not as dramatic as that, but yeah, dramatic enough that it's making a difference.
Okay.
What is this thing doing?
I don't know.
Sabotaging my words, my beautiful words.
This is very serious.
Yes.
When you said place of worship, Evelyn kind of like looked like she kind of got a light bulb.
Yeah.
And she was like, is that where I knew you from? From the Sisters of the Morning Light, that boarding school? You look a lot like that priest I used to see over there every so often. Are you related maybe?
Possibly.
Huh. Well, maybe my mistake. I'm sure I've seen you there.
I look out the window and I see a bird. and then
I love birds.
The killer, the real killer.
And then
Stop him! Get that bird!
And then I get down, and I open his shirt.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you just pull it wide open.
Yeah.
You see, again,
I'm not trying to be cool. They can bury him however they want. I mean, I take the two parts of the shirt and go like this.
the officer goes, yeah.
Yeah, I go, all right.
You see that it is, his torso is oddly sunken in various places.
Okay, I'm going to stand up and look away from that for a little while.
Yeah. You may also want to have a little sanity check.
Yeah. But are you sure?
Just a little one.
I say,
just a taste.
He was trampled by horses, and then I accusatorily pointing at him. No, I can't.
I was looking at the bird. I heard horses. That immediately brought me back.
This is far from the worst thing I've seen today.
Okay, so you're good. You're solid.
So
Okay.
would we visually notice this as well from like?
Well, I'm on the other side of the table.
Oh.
But at this point...
So we just see you moving oddly?
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to say...
just hunched, the back, and occasionally the top of the head rise up.
Oh.
You don't know what he's doing.
I would love to have a second opinion on this.
Oh?
And I say, Mr. Bleeker, is your father a military man? Did he suffer some kind of serious injury?
No.
Did pigs hate him?
Yes. We have a lifelong war.
Enmity.
We Bleekers with the pigs. And we're winning.
Maybe you need a bigger magnifying glass.
Yeah. I pick up my big magnifying glass. You have the regular size magnifying
still have-
glass.
yes.
And I noticed that the magnifying glass I got from the detective is almost comically small.
Oh.
It is. It's very small.
We may have to use all 3 of these magnifying glasses at once.
Oh, how do you do that? Just put them
Set
in a
up-
row?
The officer is a little bit unnerved. He says, don't start a fire in here. I wouldn't do that.
At this point, I'm bringing over Bleeker just to look at this, because this is in a weird place.
Are the 3 of you looking at his body?
I've invited them over
And
to
you're
take a
all
look
just
at it.
magnifying glassing
Yeah,
my dead
we're gonna
dad's
magnify
chest?
that sunken torso 3 times.
And we're I'm trying really hard to emote like, oh.
Like,
that
He's trying to
training.
emote whatever he does.
Yeah.
it's weird, but I need him to be murdered so I get the insurance money. That's what I'm thinking, because they don't pay out on suicides. So I just go, whichever of the 3 of you chuckleheads can figure out this murder and call it a murder, wins, gets the money. Any day now.
All right. No, how about this? He was, does this work? How much money would I get if I say you murdered him?
What? I was in another city.
I'm just brainstorming.
You don't want to shut down the artistic process.
Yeah. No bad ideas here.
That's a very bad idea.
Okay.
That's like the worst idea I've heard.
Well, did you check the letter to see if it was really his handwriting? Is that good detective?
God, I give her $5.
A fortune.
Yeah.
This
In
could buy so many-
1920s, that's like $1,000.
No,
Yeah.
This could buy so many oats.
20. But it seems like we should be able to compare it with some of the other documents here in the office.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. If you're looking on the desk, yeah, it doesn't take you long to find his ledgers and so forth. And there's no difference in these
It's the same.
handwritings. It is the same handwriting.
Well, I'm going to keep the $5 if that's all right.
It's still a good idea.
Yeah.
Maybe even find a couple versions of the note that were stop in the middle where he's just kind of getting the ideas down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's the same letter, but with a slightly different send-off at the end.
That was the one he
Smiley
chose.
face.
Yeah. Amid, as you cast this stuff around, actually, what is, who's looking at the desk right now?
I think we're both trying to compare the
Yeah.
documents.
The 2 of you? Okay, who's,
I'm not on the body. I'm not around the body.
make a, I love that I get to say this, make an accounting check.
I put a little bit into accounting, so instead of a 1, I have a 5.
Yeah, right here. So we can. I mean, you're on. You don't have to be by the body side.
Oh, yeah.
But I took a couple classes.
Yeah.
I feel like we are on the right side of the table.
Yeah. But you can look at these documents without being on the other side of it. We can both look at these documents. You want to toss it?
Yeah.
Throw it in.
No.
68. The number of the beast.
I need less than my number, right?
Yeah.
Indeed.
But insanity, I need over? Or you always need less?
Always less, always.
All right. This is going to be okay.
Nope.
No, it's fine. I am going to spend 6 points of luck to succeed.
There you go.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yeah, it's not good. Instead of just looking at the handwriting, you're looking at the numbers, and this company's been in trouble for some time. They have no cash left, essentially.
They're wrung out.
Yeah.
Can I tell when it started?
Yes.
And I try to ascertain the dates around that. I'm gonna run these dates by the Bleeker scion here.
Yeah, you would say that it happened maybe just a month ago,
Really?
where it seemed like stuff had bottomed out.
Okay. And does it indicate where this money went?
No.
It's just out.
Yeah, it's just out. It's like miscellaneous
Yeah, exactly.
in the column.
Exactly. Yeah, no, just cult fees. It's like, oh, well, see, there's the problem right
It's
here.
like not cult fees.
But not is in quotation marks.
Yeah.
So I say, I have incredibly bad news for you, Mr. Bleeker. And it's only compounded by the fact that this news is also very, very bad for me. And
that means it's probably trickles down to being bad for me as well.
Ultimately, yes, and it pains me to say it, but I am sure he's going to be asking for this $5 back any second now.
No. I've already spent it in my heart on the horses.
I say, Mr. Bleeker, your fortune is gone.
Impossible.
Deeply possible. And I spin the ledger around, and I indicate it, and I say, I understand that you didn't spend a lot of time here, but about a month ago, all the cool life that was waiting for you evaporated, and it's possible that it's soon enough that we might be able to track some of it down, but paying me will be very difficult. So I'm going to leave.
Wait a minute. You saying I'm not rich?
Quite the opposite, yes.
How do you explain this coat?
I think that I have more money than you, and I don't have any money.
Just so we're clear,
Yes.
am I now the only rich person in the room? Because that might affect the order in which we enter rooms.
New money, maybe, but
I'm going to need a job. Maybe do you think they'd put me in your picture?
Well, let's see some facial expressions.
Okay, which one?
Happy. Sad. Surprised.
I was surprised that you asked me that, so it was real.
Oh!
I'm just doing
knock
my
it off.
The officer
Stop
goes,
doing this in front of my dead.
He's good too.
well, I don't know about that.
Look at that facial expression.
Well,
So I'm gonna. So we have this. Yeah. Yes.
I'm rich. You're wrong.
Okay. That's all right. Yes.
Okay.
We're just moving forward with that assumption.
Yes. So
Okay.
let's solve the murder.
Yeah.
I'm going to use one of the few skills I have, which is charm, and I am going to
Ooh, I like
try to
this.
charm the detective.
I like this.
And detective, like, hey, I don't know if you know, I'm internationally famous. Are there any, like, what are the things you don't tell people about? Like, what's like the inside scoop of murder, suicide in this town?
You're asking for the VIP experience
Yeah, what's
of
the
the murder investigation?
he says, well, yeah, let's roll for it, actually, yeah. Because he knows who you are.
All right,
He's been playing it close to the vest, but
I have a charm of 65.
Oh, no.
God.
2 luck points.
just a
2 luck points, all right?
Yeah.
Put them in. Let's just
2
burn them
luck
all now.
points, all right.
And then by the end of this game, we're going to be at each other's throats.
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm just at the razor's edge
Yeah.
of my charm. That's
No,
a good
exa-
place to be.
No, and it's like what's required to use the luck is just like the smile becomes a tiny bit ghoulish at the end. Like it widens just a little too much.
Evelyn takes notes on the facial expression.
yeah, you see the moment at which the officer's face goes from like he immediately brightens like, oh, this famous comedian. He says, well, we don't get many murders like this, suicides.
Ah, you said murder. He said murder. It's official.
I see here the only murder that's going to occur in this room is me killing you for misquoting me. That's how we do things here in Elgamite.
If people are getting murdered for misquoting, someone else might be in danger.
He says, I don't think it's much of a secret, though, that Mr. Bleeker didn't seem to be doing too good these past couple weeks. Staggering around at night, going into places of bootleg liquor, which is frowned upon here, as it is prohibition. No, he doesn't say it that way. He says it the regular way. The officer says he was clearly troubled. He's been looking at various ways to alleviate that. Here, and he scoots stuff around on the desk, some of the papers, shows you it looks like a pamphlet, and it reads, The Path to Clarity.
Oh, the path to clarity. Is this like propaganda to get rich people? Because I'm the richest person in the room, so I might be the most.
Well, I say, we'll know very quickly. Why don't you look at the first couple pages, and we'll see if you're struck by a desire to leak wealth.
Okay. All right. Do I have to do any kind of roll against pamphlet?
Not against this one. This infernal brochure. No, it talks about it's specifically towards like men of industry.
Okay, it's one of these.
Yeah, if you're, it's a hectic life, and how a return to a peace of mind is possible, like a kind of serenity. And it can be achieved simply with a simple program of rest and meditation.
Fiber.
Yeah, you can't count it out. Especially in a town like this, it's a lot of pork and a lot of fish. We'll see what that said. Did it get it? All right.
It did a good job.
Thank you.
I sort of share what I read with the rest of the group. It doesn't really affect me as a international comedian. I'm like, if I find serenity, I worry that I'd be less funny. So I can't, it
You
doesn't
have
really
to suffer.
affect me.
That's the function of it. But this pamphlet is almost certainly going to have information about contacting the group.
Yes.
That's the key.
Yeah, if you flip to the, look on the back.
Hold on, there's a back.
There's a back. Sanity check. No. You're startled. Two-sided paper. No, it says that you can, what does it say? What's that saying? Anytime I hear this tittering.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
That's good.
Okay.
There we go. You're good.
I'm so afraid to speak
No,
now.
for a little while it said tit, and we were all having a good time.
And then the parser was like, that can't be right. Find the word.
Exactly. But on the back of this pamphlet.
I'm not gonna look.
Yeah. Good.
This could go on forever.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
This is why there were silent movies.
It says, sign up, find out more information. Weekly meetings held here in town at Hastur University.
Pastor?
Hastur.
Oh, Jesus.
Now maybe there's two A's.
Yeah. Ha'aster.
Hastur. It's
All right.
a little bit different.
So there's Pastor. I asked the... I asked the detective or the policeman if he knows, and obviously it's deeply, deeply wrong to drink. And I tell him, I'm like, man, it's the worst liquid ever, and I don't support its consumption. But we might be able to find out more information if we knew where to find one of these local dens of iniquity. Just as a point to touch on, possibly, after we check out Ha'aster University.
Around here we call it Hastur. Rah, Hastur, you know.
Oh,
The old cheer.
There's a sporting aspect.
No. He says you might want to check out Fraternity Row while you're down there, since got to break up some of those boys.
Oh, there's such nice young men down on Fraternity Row. I have such a good time when I go down there.
That's not been my experience.
No?
Given to drink, even on the Lord's Day, which here doesn't exist.
Oh, heavens, no.
The Lord's Day doesn't exist here?
We couldn't decide which day to make it. Saul just gave up.
Well, here, I feel like we have an interesting angle here to investigate. We could attend one of these weekly meetings.
They're blatantly the killers of this blatant non-suicide.
Well, bare minimum, they took what seems to be a lot of his best bits.
It's life?
Well, no, and I just poke the tip of my polished shoe in the holes that he has in his chest.
They sink.
Yeah, I said there should have been something.
Too far.
This is all good eating in here, and it's all gone.
Yeah, I like the sound of that. Yeah, it's a good time to trot on down to that row. You came by car, perhaps, or by horse, maybe.
Oh no, I would never.
I don't think so. What is the opposite of a horse, so that you would take that device?
Actually, I think Evelyn is quite an accomplished driver.
Yes.
Let me see. Oh no, she's not. She's an accomplished rider. That's what it was. No, I drove. She didn't drive well.
No, we go out. Where is her car? When we leave the front, where is the car at?
It's parked, but
Stopped.
Yeah, it is stopped. If it should be this way, it's maybe a little this way. Maybe the wheel is just a little bit.
It's jaunty.
Exactly like my hat.
Indeed.
Yeah.
It's a brand.
You have to keep in fashion.
It's a whole brand.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I could drive though. If you guys want to hop in my car, I'd be happy.
I can drive.
I mean, if you want to,
I see the car, and I say, I look over to Mr. Bleeker and I say, let's go.
All right. I have a really, really nice car, and we walk past it. like in the 20s, it's more impressive to drive yourself, right? Than to have a driver. So you had like a really nice car.
Yeah.
And I pointed out to you.
I'm very impressed.
I go, yeah, you got a car like that? New money?
I have a couple, but
Yeah.
but I don't know how to drive any of them.
That's a thing. Gotcha.
That's pretty impressive. At that point, that wins.
So I'm ready to see.
Yeah. So you take this vehicle. The roads here don't seem like they were thought out for like a modern vehicle. There's like deep wagon wheel ruts. Something from the Industrial Revolution, they forgot to do part of it here.
They did their best, ran out of money, and then said, okay.
Yeah, good enough. We got light. We got running water. Sometimes we're good. You park in front of one of the streets along Hastur University.
Are we on Fraternity Row?
Yeah, you found your way there.
If we need, I'm sure we could talk to some of the boys in some of the fraternities I know. There's right here is Theta Epsilon Theta.
I won't wait for that. Yes, you're correct.
Oh, TIT?
That's the one.
Yeah, writ large above that row house are those very letters.
Yeah. Right, as though they were right above your head.
Indeed. What a blessing.
Absolutely. Well, here, I mean, it sounds like you already have some affiliation with these youths.
I mean, if affiliation you mean just, friendly acquaintance, of course.
Well, you may be best to ask if Mr. Bleeker ever spent much time down here.
Oh, well, I mean, I wouldn't presume to lead first and then have you follow and then you follow him and him follow you.
Let's just try it this one time and see how it goes.
Well, I have a lot of charm. Maybe I should talk to these tit boys. But no, you really, you know them.
But you've been following me for a while.
Yeah.
It's time to put those observations to work.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't compare charms, but I feel like we're similar in ability, so. I knock on the door. Theodore! Bernard! Other names that fit the era?
The door opens. Say, Hey, Theodore and Bernard, they're not in. My name's Chet.
Oh, Chet. I met you last time, Chet. You probably don't remember.
I'm drunk all the time, so yeah, absolutely, I do not remember.
Silly. Silly you. Well, if you don't remember anyone, it's going to be real hard to, for you to help us. Is there anyone in the house who does remember things? Because we just have a couple little tiny questions.
Actually, the only one here at the moment, because the classes are in session, and that's where the boys like to drink.
There's no one at all?
Well, it's just me for now. This is the middle of the afternoon.
Well, I suppose that we could ask you if you think you might be able to remember something once.
I don't know. Hey,
Well-
are you guys cool? Y'all guys cool?
Well, I think so.
Cool.
I mean, you might recognize this person right here from the films.
I'm internationally famous.
This is crazy. My dad loves your movies.
Oh.
This is amazing. You're the guy who
I might have to roll sanity check.
Yeah, go ahead. You've heard it so often.
8%.
8, all right?
You did
good.
quite well.
You're
yeah.
inured. Yeah,
I
you've
can
heard it
handle
too
it.
often.
A lot of people love me.
What are you doing here? You working here?
Well, I'm doing research for an upcoming silent film.
No, you're not.
I am.
That's incredible.
He might even put me in the movie.
Wow. A silent film? Yeah, like the one my dad likes? Any of those?
Yeah, well,
I
the
wouldn't
greatest.
watch that. I saw some of the talkies recently. Incredible. It's like they were talking right
Yeah.
to me in the audience. Can you imagine it? I didn't have to imagine the words. They are no longer showing up written on screen. That's the way of the past.
Yeah. The talkies are a fad, and silent films are the true art, and I think that it's saying things out loud is one thing, but the true art is writing them down. Whoever does that is doing a great job.
I don't know.
It's not easy.
I don't know.
And I would have to imagine they would, in a moment like this, they would write, really big applause.
I just get... Nah, I tell you what, I hate reading. That's not why I go to the movies. I can't wait to see what they make talk next. What next will sound come out of when I'm in a theater? It's crazy.
Well, I think we could talk movies all day, but
Yes.
We are here because we're looking for some information about this young man's father, Mr. Bleeker. And I don't know, maybe you could describe him and see if Chet remembers ever having seen him, if he remembers anything at all.
He would have to know. I mean, we're like the Bleeker family is like the Ford of pigs.
Yeah.
Right? and Helgramite is a small town, if this is where they're originally from, right?
No, he absolutely knows the name.
yeah,
for sure. Yeah,
he recognizes.
yeah, he recognizes you like, pork boy. What are you doing around here?
Pork man.
Thought you graduated already. Yeah, you'll so and so.
God damn it, I giggle. Giggle really hard.
So you're talking about his dad?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen him lately?
No, why you die?
No.
It's like an embarrassment to you.
Yeah.
Just a gut reaction. No.
He says, I heard stories about him that he'd often go out at night carousing and canoodling, if you know what I mean, but in a sad way, in a depressed way.
No.
Where did he go? Was it on campus?
Yeah, I was on campus, just basically staggering around campus with a paper bag.
That
Wasn't in
doesn't-
any given location.
With a can of noodles?
Yeah, maybe.
Can noodling? Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know any one spot that he'd go to, but it seems to me he probably went to all of them.
He's turned migratory.
Yeah, nomadic carouser.
Yeah, I'm glad you came and asking about that. That sounds like a good time to me. I mean, not at his age, but how's your old man?
He's been better.
That's tough to hear. That's
Under the weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're lucky I even came to the door in the first place. Because typically, I just got interrupted by some lady handing out pamphlets. I took one and slammed it. I was about to take a bath.
Oh, pamphlets. We really like pamphlets. Would you mind if we borrowed it?
Oh, yeah. He just reaches down beside the door on the floor where he threw it when he shut it and hands it over. It is the same pamphlet.
Yep. I say, do you know anything about these guys?
Only that we get one of these pamphlets at the house maybe every other week at this point.
Is it the same person giving them to you every time?
This is one of the times I happen to be here to receive it.
How recently? It sounds like this
Yeah.
woman was just here.
Yeah, pretty recently. Maybe about an hour ago.
Did it seem like she had all of her organs?
Or extra organs.
Or was someone else's organ inside her?
Yeah.
You know what? Either way. Either like, here's the norm, and it's like too many organs, not enough organs. Something like that.
I'm not a biology major enough. I don't know.
Well, what did she look like? Maybe we could just drive around and find her.
She's about your height, dark hair, kind of all black clothes, which I thought was kind of weird because there's no graduations at this time of year.
Which direction did she go? Does she hit every? Do you talk to the other frats? Does she hit every frat and frat row with these things?
Typically, yeah, as far as I know.
All right.
I mean, what's a pamphlet cost?
In 1920?
$8.
Yeah.
We'd have to make an accounting roll.
Who can say?
There might be a table in the back here for that, actually.
Yeah.
It's very thorough.
No. And so I wonder if he spent all of his time down here drinking and then came across one of these pamphlets just on his, if he came across a pamphlet just because he was down here getting fucked up all the time.
Yeah.
And we could probably ask that woman why.
I don't think this is going to be hard at all.
Why he wouldn't have, felt worthy. Because I don't know. No offense, Chet, but why Chet would be deemed more worthy.
I have to say, Evelyn. May I call you Evelyn?
Sure.
I have to say, I think that we have a rather delicious target, perhaps, for this strange church's interests, right here with us.
Who?
Oh,
This is my knowing facial expression. Is it good?
that's very good.
Now,
Great,
are
I'm
you,
practicing.
are you interested in
The-
a spot of acting, maybe, this afternoon?
I think I am very interested in a spot of acting. I get maybe a little too excited, like a little whew,
Some vocal warm-ups.
Yeah. I sort of spin around in a circle a couple times.
Are you sure you can do it? It might require talking.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Chet says, when you do that, I feel just like my dad.
Now, the role I have in mind is that of a sort of man-child dilettante with more money than sense.
You're offended.
I know,
yeah.
yeah. Some pork magnet air.
Look, we might have to do something drastic where I am the face of this target, and maybe someone else provides the voice.
I don't think that's going to happen. I feel like that is not going to work, just because of how physical law works. But we can be very near.
Okay.
We can be your entourage, let's say.
Okay.
We will be very close. No doubt, quips from the young Bleeker scion at the ready.
Okay.
I say we attend one of these meetings and see if they take the bait.
Let's do it. I'm up for it.
I could play the role of your assistant, and I could pass you notes if you don't know what to say.
Oh, that's perfect.
Perfect. Exquisite.
I'm in, guys. Let's go. Chet throws the towel down. No bath for me tonight.
Does it matter that my language like my own language score English is 35, which seems
Good
low.
God.
It seems low.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Sweet
it's not
It'll be
good.
fine.
How are we understanding you now?
That's the problem with the talkies, isn't it?
It is.
It's the inability to speak.
Right.
But I mean, it seems like we know how to get synced up with these meetings. If we can go and get a sense of this place,
Oh, yeah.
we'll be able to learn a lot, I suspect, very quickly.
Yeah, because they're talking about finding out more on campus for sure.
They're actively trying to get us to do what we want to do. So I feel like we're gonna meet in the middle on this.
Well,
There,
let's go
it's gonna
find
line.
that woman and ask her where the meeting is.
What direction did the woman leave in?
Oh, she actually, since we're the last house here on Fraternity Row, she took off directly into the campus. Yeah, there's one lecture hall, one building here, and then it continues on. There's a few of them. It is a small school.
Exactly. But the pamphlet also tells us sort of where we can find information about the meeting, right?
Yeah, the pamphlet indicates like the quad, like the central area where there may
they're
be
doing it right
There-
out in the open here.
there may be postings or something like that typically. Yeah, on a cork board.
What, I was just gonna say, pork board.
On a pork board.
Let's
They
go.
got to do something with the remnants.
Yeah, exactly.
I know the way to the quad. I hang out there all the time. Let's go.
You go to the quad. You go to the quad through the nearest lecture hall because it's the most direct route. This is apparently the sciences building. Some of the classes are in session. You can see students listening to their teachers, doing some small experiments, vials, pools of liquid boiling above a green flame.
Oh. Is that a thing?
And you hear, as you are approaching the exit into the quad area, you hear from one of the classrooms a shout, somebody yelling, "No, no," and a door slamming, but nobody entering into this hallway.
That sounds like someone in trouble. Humans have just as many rights as horses. We should protect them.
What say you, adventurers?
Well, on our way, on our way through, I think we can make a quick detour.
Yeah, first to investigate an afternoon shout.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You
Just,
go.
just listen at the door type situation.
You hear, you don't hear any scuffling or anything like that, but you hear what sounds like a grown man crying, or like just sort of like in some sort of turmoil.
Like in the closet.
Oh no, this would be an entrance into this is the door of a lecture hall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's just sort of alone in there. Mm-hmm. It sounds like.
I'm imagining that Evelyn spends a lot of time on this campus. Can I roll to see if maybe she knows like whose classroom this is, or like if she would have any connection to this person?
You can, yeah.
Maybe it would be.
So there's like, let's say a door in the window at this distance. You can
I can
perhaps
peek
peer in.
Yeah. Do I know this person?
Let's see, what would you roll?
Let's see. It could be. I have. She would probably come here to use the library. I have library use, but that doesn't really help me identify a person.
I would allow that roll
Okay.
for this. That makes
All right,
sense.
library use. She loves going to the library here.
Roll for library.
That is a 49, which, oh, man, I fail.
How close is
How
it?
close? Yeah, luck.
Oh, I have a 40 in library use.
You could spend 9.
Yeah, sure. I'm spending 9.
Hit it.
Evelyn knows.
What else are you going to do? All your characters are going to die at the end, so it doesn't matter.
Wait, what? What was that? What?
Yeah, you recognize, you don't know his name, but you've certainly seen him in the library here at the university before.
A student?
No, he is a professor. He's a teacher here.
Professor Crybaby.
Do I know what he teaches or?
You associate him with, yes,
Open sobbing, private weeping.
lacrimation, the art, sciences. You associate him with like liberal arts, like histories and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is very strange. I've never seen Professor
You don't know his name?
Hamilton.
Maybe.
I don't know. I've never seen this professor weep like this before, openly in his classroom. I think we should go cheer him up or ask if everything's okay. She opens the door and does
You
just
say we
that.
can see if he knows the pamphlets. I'm not here to solve everyone's, problems just because they're crying. I don't have time for all that.
I mean, I have a giant magnifying glass. Maybe that will
Maybe
cheer him
that'll
up.
That'll get him going.
Little soft shoe.
Yeah.
You're not here to solve everybody's problems if they're crying, unless a belly full of pork will get a smile on that face.
There we go.
I don't know.
Got to move some product.
You push the door open, and as you do, you notice a piece of paper skitter across the floor. It is a pamphlet.
She picks it up. She kind of tucks it away and she, "Excuse me, Professor? Are you all right there?"
What are you doing here? I'm sorry. I thought that it was her.
Who? Someone about my height in a black cloak, dark hair?
Yes. Yes.
Was she just here?
Yes, she was.
What did you want?
I dart back out just to look down the hallway.
Oh, you looked at? Yeah. There's another door at the bottom of the lecture hall, and there's a hallway, but
Yeah.
There's nobody in there.
Okay.
Yeah. She always comes around with these pamphlets, these lies.
What kind of lies? It says it offers comfort. Does it not offer comfort?
As far as I'm concerned, no. It has given me personally nothing but pain.
What causes pain about it?
Uppercut.
Oh,
Sorry, who are you?
oh,
We're here to make you feel better.
Good. I could use some of that. I am Dr. Azim Abdal Khanzir, but you may call me Dr. Azim.
well,
Good luck.
Yeah.
you may call me doctor. Well, doctor, we just couldn't help but notice you crying, and we've been following these pamphlets around, and we're just thinking they're causing quite a stir, and it may have even been involved in this poor young man's father's death.
Murder.
Murder.
A murder.
Yes.
Most foul.
Most of the fowl.
Yeah.
But if all of the fowl die, how will we eat goose or duck?
I know. Yeah. This has far-reaching ramifications.
Who knows where it stops?
Yeah.
How far up this goes?
Yeah. This is a deep state conspiracy.
You're cheering me up. You're the pork boy.
The pork man.
God damn
I
it.
just put my belly out. Like, get it over with. I giggle.
Murder?
Yeah. Yeah. Keep working this angle. I think this is
Am I detectiving?
most certainly.
Well, as we are on this angle, I would love to ask you with a serious expression a question. I should roll for this, for performance.
Yeah, I was going to
Some
say.
kind.
Is there performance?
We got acting.
Acting? Or like, let's see, art or craft?
Maybe.
Some macrame.
Acting is under art and craft.
Or persuading?
Oh, it is?
Persuade would work, yeah.
Persuade? Okay, let's see how she does.
Swim. I would take swim.
Oh, I've got high jump stats.
You can jump.
I've got jump and drive
Okay,
auto.
I am rolling horribly. I failed by 14.
Blech.
So she asks, "Do you like horses?"
Yes?
Okay.
It is a noble beast.
She acts like she's writing that down, like it's very important.
I say, can you help me understand how this pamphlet came to create so much torment? Because we don't believe you're the only one who has had this experience.
I have seen this pamphlet before. But after a time, I refused to read it because of what it did to my colleague.
Your colleague?
Yes, Dr. Carter.
Dr. Carter. Let me write that down on the sheet.
I see you writing it, yes. That's it.
Why are you two getting pamphlets? You don't look rich.
He takes a little offense at that.
Yeah, you should. Offense behind it.
I work in ancient histories, Egyptology. You don't know. These tomes are filled with treasures that I may keep.
Oh, okay. Now I'm impressed. Nice.
Can I ask Dr. Azim, parentheses, inaudible parentheses?
Abtal Khanzir.
Yes, what you said. What kind of treasures do you have?
Oh, the treasures I study are from...
It's Dr. Azim. A-Z-I-M, yes?
Yeah. That I'm cool with.
A-Z-I-M?
A-Z-I-M is totally fine. It's great.
What happened to Dr. Carter?
Yeah.
I apologize. For some reason, I thought it was like an AI parser, like listening.
Oh, no, it's a human being.
It's a human being.
A human being with emotion.
Yes.
I know. Shame on me.
I mean, let's be clear when we're talking. I mean, this person has gotten the biggest laughs of the night.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about a true collaborator. There are 6 people performing on this stage tonight.
Agreed. We need them on our side.
I say, but yes.
Oh, yes.
You're welcome.
Exclamation.
Yeah.
That seems a little editorial to me. Exclamation point. But there's no end to this. I'm lost now.
Dr. Carter! What happened to Dr. Carter?
Dr. Carter worked with me here in the necrosociology department.
Necrosociology?
I raised my eyebrow very high.
Like with a hand, like you physically,
Well,
like you doff it?
Once it reaches its zenith, I reach up a hand to assist it even further.
I'm always getting necrosociology and necroanthropology mixed up.
Yes, a common problem. You should take one of my classes. Dr. Carter was under a lot of stress and seeking ways to calm himself, his nerves, related to some of the research he was doing. I just want to know. I want that on the monitor so I can look at it.
It's so good, dude. It's so good.
Dang it.
No.
I don't know what that is.
He didn't feel good. He had to calm his nerves.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. It seems like you're under a lot of stress.
You have a presence that is putting me back on track, personally.
It seems like maybe you're hearing voices or reading something from your mind.
He looks about for them. Not me, but that would describe how I believe Dr. Carter felt.
Really?
He had gone deeper and deeper into this program. And even though he's gone missing, still they come. Still they try to convince others. It is a how do you say it? A predatory practice. It is a bad business.
Well, what happens when they get deep in the program?
There's an ashen appearance that he adopts. I could not say. I refuse to say.
Okay.
Evelyn wants to take his hand gently and try to persuade him, like, you're safe here with the pork boy man and this newly appointed detective and this international superstar.
Thank you. It's working on me.
I already feel great.
Yeah.
It's like such a weird group.
I think I did it.
I like that, Evelyn.
Yeah, Evelyn passes with flying colors on that.
Okay. He feels the warmth of your hand and looks about at this actor who he clearly recognizes from these famous comedies, the pork boy who gave him so much joy.
So many full bellies, contented.
And then this detective who
Shrugs.
is here. But there's a sense of official propriety about you. It's like you're here to help.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not the enemy here. And Dr. Azim says, I refused to follow him. He wanted me to join. But when he went missing, I kept his things.
Kept his things.
I kept his things. Only so that they would not fall into the hands of others. But I have not looked at them since. Here. He walks over to a storage closet in the lecture hall, opens it, retrieves a small leather, like a doctor's
Satchel?
bag. Yeah, like a satchel. And with reverence, places it on the table in front of you. And it's clearly it's difficult for him to even be around it because there's a lot of emotions here. He was a good man. He didn't deserve what they did to him.
So he went missing. You don't have any idea where he went?
What did they do to him?
Does he have all his organs?
This upsets him greatly.
I think that might be a no.
I think that might be a no.
Evelyn motions toward the bag to the detective, and your magnifying glass holds it up.
It's filled with organs. No. In the bag you see a number of his, artifacts like glasses, a pocket watch.
Just personal effects.
Personal effects, for sure.
I see why they would want him.
Great effects.
Well, look at these glasses.
Some classy glasses. Better than any magnifier. You also see a small book, which you pull out and look at with your eyes.
Oh. Can I roll?
Roll to look at. The book is called Animal Citizenship.
That sounds fascinating.
I go, ugh.
And it is a worn old book.
Yeah.
Like a vanity press. Like it's well made.
Yeah.
Is it in English? I've only got a 35 in that.
You don't know. You can't tell.
Illiterate film star.
There's a lot of shapes on the front. So I'll sort of gingerly remove it and flip through it. I'm just gonna identify and try to figure out what's useful about this before I continue to look inside the satchel.
Okay. Let's see here.
I got all kinds of weird stuff we can try to do in terms of research, library use type stuff.
Yeah.
Psychology. I got. These are all the ones that I'm really good at. So let's just do one of those.
See, you have jump. That's a good one.
What's that?
Jump.
Jump?
I've got jump.
I can jump like crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I set the book on the ground and then I just jump over it.
And then, not to be outdone, I jump over it. 'Cause I'm pretty sure my jump's better.
This pleases Dr. Aziz.
Yeah.
No,
And we're just hopping over a book.
no, he's not looking at what you're doing. When you took the book out of the bag, he grabs your hand a little tighter, and he just refuses to look at it.
Comforts him.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I can handle this part.
The front of the book, you read, it's like a tract, a treatise.
Yeah.
And a lot of the elements in there talk about clarification. Not clarity, but clarification is the term that they use.
Oh, okay. But does it seem like it's being used in something like this, a similar way?
Oh,
like it's the same body of thought?
Oh, for sure, yeah. You're seeing mention of how it is a road that leads places.
Okay.
And that...
Does it mention the city on the hill?
Oh, yes. You find a passage to...
It's almost identical?
It describes the city on the hill in the way that seems to track with the suicide note, saying that, it being this metaphor for perfection.
Yeah, which has a religious origin.
Right, yeah. And looking at it, you see where some of that originates and how that might resonate with somebody in the same way that, consider the lilies of the field.
Right.
They
it's a baseline philosophy.
Yeah, they don't worry about anything. But as it goes on, as you read deeper, you're now seeing that it's not being discussed as metaphorical, but more like an actual city or some place to go, maybe in a metaphysical way, but still, it's not like it's very reverently handled. It's not deviated from that terminology.
Okay.
Is there an index? Can you look up worthy? What makes someone worthy?
Or horse?
I mean, that would be great too.
Does it say the author?
No.
Ayn Rand.
There's no
But, but this is also it's animal
citizenship.
Animal citizenship, but that's just like the outer cover, and then inside it's all this other weird shit.
So yeah, early on, you're going to flip to the back as well, right?
Yeah.
Early on in the book, it discusses, in the context of all this, how humans, people, that we suffer because of the lives that we have made that are overly complex, that no animal would endure this. We have created these miseries for ourselves.
Yeah, just these impossible lives.
Right, and that it is the animals that are truly free because they do not worry. They, in fact, there's a specific passage that catches your eye about how the animal does not possess consciousness. We are animals. We should not possess consciousness.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so...
Do you flip further?
I do, and so, but now I've sort of connected the major ideas. So we are animals, but we diverge from true animals, real or pure animals, because we're burdened by this false consciousness.
Yes.
So at first I was like, oh, I should show this to Evelyn. And then I was like,
I mean, there's nothing bad yet.
No, I mean, I basically skip to the end.
Okay.
Like I can spend quality time with this later.
Oh, for sure.
But I have 2 points, and I sort of have a line, and I'm just trying to see where this gets to at the end, like where the leap is that results in these damaged, ruined men.
Yeah, as you flip through the book, you notice like fewer and fewer portions are in English. They start to revert to smatterings of Latin, and then
I know Latin.
You know some Latin, and then other phrases that are not a language you recognize, and then straight up sigils and glyphs and diagrams.
Oh, so the book basically melts down while I'm reading it.
Right.
Yeah, I can't show this to Azim.
As you come upon some of those diagrams in the back, which seem to be describing a version of a person that is
Without consciousness?
perfected in some way, is the book's term.
Do any of these diagrams show the human body modified in such a way that it would map to what I saw for the elder Bleeker?
Yes.
Is part of the process of perfection?
Yes,
That
and
some of it must be removed?
make a sanity check. Anybody else looking?
I got this.
You got it? You're fine? Okay.
Okay, I close it. So he was some way along this path. And I indicate that to everyone else. I say, Mr. Bleeker, your father was into these people. He was way, way into these people.
Well, then they could be responsible for his death.
Yeah. I think that the case for murder is robust. But it's nothing like if he had been shot, it would have been a blessing.
This upsets Dr. Azim.
And Donald Bleeker.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Sanity check, please.
Okay.
Let's have it.
I'm pretty sane. I'm too dumb to be
Okay.
insane.
All right.
You got it on lock.
Yeah. 12.
You got it on lock. But I'll tell you what. So there's two things that we need to do. The first is that we can attend this meeting. So we know that the meetings, they happen like every week or every 2 weeks or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. In the quad. When is the next meeting relative to right now?
That is not given in the pamphlet. It does not say. It's really vague. It's like meetings are weekly.
Okay. I kneel down in front of Dr. Azim. Can I use my psychology to determine what I think might be the right way to prep him for me to ask him a hard question?
Yeah, I like that. Prep.
Nope. Not even a little bit. Not even anywhere near close. I say, when do they hold these meetings?
Hey, pushes him a little bit.
Yeah, and then I feel around in his chest to see if he has all his shit.
No, I mean, these friends of yours.
She's like, shh.
You smell of horse.
What?
You smell of horse.
Thank you.
Yeah, I say, well, how many Mr. Carters, how many Professor Carters do you want on this campus, Doctor?
This rattles him. It has happened again then. These cultists. These monsters. He doesn't use the word cultist. Forgive me. He wouldn't say that. Yeah. He would say these. Actually, he
monsters
might.
Works.
It's monsters for sure. But he. He doesn't know. Well, you know what? Lovecraftian cultist has a certain bent to it. But
these motherfuckers are. I just read their book. This is a fucking cult.
Yeah.
They said it was a program.
Well, okay. They would say that.
It was an MLM.
That's right.
Evelyn sues him and she's like, if you could just tell us when the meeting was, maybe we could make things a little better.
I know that Dr. Carter had a tendency to go for long periods on Wednesday nights, typically.
There we go.
What day is today?
It's Wednesday.
Okay.
It's Monday?
It's Wednesday.
Why, that's tonight.
How many hours do we have between now? I mean, like, it's still in the afternoon, right?
It's like late afternoon, yeah. It's only maybe 4 o'clock, yeah.
I would like to, before we come back, I would like to perform last rites on Mr. Bleeker. I just think it's a good idea.
Go back to the house?
Yeah, because we can come back later tonight, maybe with guns.
Can I ask? do detectives usually perform last rites?
It's one of the common services that they provide. Yes.
There's
a lot about this profession you don't know. But if you stick with me,
I'm
you're
here
going
to
to
learn.
figure it all out.
Can I use library use to see if I've read up on detective duties and know whether last rites?
Yeah, sure.
I get a 1, so I know everything about detectives from a book I read.
And why am I following him?
I can teach you everything you need to. Detectives do not perform last rites.
What?
Surprise face. You're so good.
I offer a boutique service. It's comprehensive. You want me to do this? I'll throw it in for free.
I was going to say, roll to persuade?
Yep.
I just think there's maybe something that the detective is not telling us. And if we are detectives, we should detect the
It's too high. It's much too high for my skill in that. But
saying you'll throw it in for free, though.
I was going to say, yeah, that's the main thing, is that it's not going to cost you anything, and your father is so far in. And I just like shake the book in my left hand, and I say, he has traveled so far into this program of theirs that I think that it would be safest if we were to just perform the basic, the most simple, holy obeisances. You really, really should let me do it.
I'm inclined to agree with what you're saying. As long as you're willing to tell that cop it was a murder.
Yes.
Do whatever you want to my dead dad. I don't care.
Yeah, and I say I think that I can make that case quite well. And what's more, I think that he is. I think that he's one of many.
Okay. You had me at obeisances.
But your English is so low. How do you know what?
You're mystified by the word. What?
But, when you don't know anything, you just get used to just like echoing words back and pretending like like, oh yeah, obeisances.
It just like echoes in the emptiness. I think it would be good. And I say also, if you have a gun or a rifle, something like that, you should bring it.
We have a lot of rifles in our old house. We could go skeet shooting, but it's pigs.
Evelyn writes this down.
It's kind of like pull.
You're talking about a sort of like a porcine catapult?
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's sort of like
We have a lot of pigs. It's like when all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. There's pigs all over the place.
Yeah, they're just like us.
It's like when all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a pig skull.
You want the rifles or you don't want the rifles?
No. Let's come back and let's keep them in the car.
Okay.
Okay, well, what would you wish to do for the next few hours before the stakeout occurs?
I was just going to say, for my part, when we go back, I know how to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It sounds like, we go back, we perform rites on the body in case there's some occult thing. This is table talking.
I would say we shadow the rites probably while it's happening.
Yeah.
We just mimic in the background.
Yeah.
And then get the guns, because we have guns in the mansion.
Yeah, but I definitely ask them. It's absolutely fine. They should see it. But they have to, it's something they can watch from 15 to 20 feet
Sure.
away.
Yeah. If that's such that the rights soak into just the one.
I want
and
it to
doesn't,
take.
carry over.
I don't want either of you to be righted inadvertently.
That does seem to be how it works.
Yeah, we know our rights.
Yeah. That was very good.
I'm an internationally famous comedian.
Yeah. But I make
He is.
But now that I've read the rest of it, I don't know what happens next. If he wasn't able to make it all the way through, all the way to the end of this, and there's no bullet, and I don't actually know about this, but I feel like it's good. We're going to have a little holy inoculation
Yeah.
It's just a good idea.
Enjoy it, yeah. You may return to the site, to the scene.
I confer real quick with Omin, and I
Yes.
just say, is it worth bringing Dr. Azim? He seems to know all this stuff.
I think that Dr. Azim is not prepared for that.
He's not. I can tell you from experience.
He's over my other shoulder.
But by the same token, it may be better for him to come, because if they're continuing to press him, and he had the best relationship with this missing person, and we know what they're capable of, I think it might be a good idea for him to be with us for his own protection.
Yeah.
Yeah, considering everything that you've said, and that this has happened again, and will continue to happen, Dr. Azim kind of takes a short, sharp breath and says, I'm ready. I'll join you.
Perfect. Yeah, we have room. So we'll go back.
Do you
perform
have
these
room,
things.
I guess is the question. It's your car. Is there room?
Oh, certainly. No worries. I fit at least 10 people from Theta.
From
in
TIT.
Yeah. The boys from Theta all just pile in the back. We go on all sorts of adventures. It's fine.
Yeah, on top, it's like it's the whole thing.
Oh, yeah. Was that a thing back then yet? Like stuffing a phone booth? No, that's like later, I think. Yeah, so yeah, you return to the Bleeker building. And there's still a police car out front, and a few officers are conferring. It's maybe been an hour and a half since as you pull up, you see descending the stairs the officer that you spoke with before, and he sees you approach and says, back so soon? Body's still up there, waiting on the coroner, just the meat wagon to take it away. Is there anything else you'd like to do with it, Mr. Bleeker? I do it now before it heads down to the morgue.
I will.
As is your right.
I know my rights.
Technically, the body is yours. I think that's how that works.
I take Dr. Azim's hand and I'm like, now remember, no matter what you see, you should keep all of your internal organs.
And it's like an after-school special. It's like, hey, kids.
Don't let anyone convince you that those are better out than in.
Every day, I do my best.
Okay.
The campaign is called the In Crowd.
Hey kids, want to be part of the in crowd?
Let me get those guts. Okay, stop.
Big sign.
First thing Timmy did wrong.
Yeah, so you'll proceed back into the office.
Yeah, absolutely. I take off my jacket, hang it up outside, put my collar on.
Yeah. Okay. The full deal.
No,
Yeah.
end to end.
Okay.
I can't leave this to chance.
Anybody surprised?
I was going to say, that takes me taken aback, I guess. That takes me back. Like, oh, I remember
You
that.
know what? That takes me back.
That takes me back. Oh, the good old days.
It was I find it very strange that I just keep seeing this priest that I saw, and you just keep telling me that you're not that priest, and I would never stoop to, contradict someone's word that I had just met, but I really feel like there's some priest.
Without looking back, I'll just produce my crucifix out of my shirt, and I say, I heard he retired.
But seeing this familiar face, this familiar priest in priest garb, really seems to stick in that memory. Like doesn't fit.
I consider myself a polite person, and I don't want to make a skeptical face at him.
From what I've known of you, your instincts are usually right on. But, he's dressed as a priest, which makes him seem very honest, and so I have to believe him when he says he's not a priest.
That is true. If he is the priest, I remember he would never lie. I don't know. I'll make a thoughtful face about it.
That's good.
Strong.
I do it correctly but quickly.
What, the dressing?
The ritual.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you come into the room, and by now the body is tastefully covered with a white sheet. Still sunken in some places.
Yeah. It's just like the depressions.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah. How are the rites performed? It's just a reading over the body, right?
Yeah. It's something that he knows how to do. I don't. I'm not a priest.
Oh, yeah. You, Jerry, are not a priest.
This is the thing the character knows how to do.
The character knows how to do it right. Okay. I just want to figure out how long it is. It's pretty short, as I recall.
I read it super fast.
Just rifle through it.
Yeah.
Just give them a medley. Just the top notes.
Jesus.
Anybody that's not Jesus, get out of there.
Yeah.
As you perform these rites,
Yeah.
I want to meet this person doing the captions.
If you want to drink tonight, let me know.
Yeah.
Yes. As you perform these last rites in as an expedient a way as you can,
Yeah.
is it from fear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because I closed it once I figured out that it was the same thing.
Yeah.
Once I matched this to that, and the fact that they're dead the way that we were looking at it, there's no pulse, like there's no heartbeat.
Yeah.
But they're not killed with the gun or murdered. Like, I don't know what happens next.
You feel this for the first time in ever doing this. You feel like the rites are just words. You feel that they are hollow, like it didn't work, it didn't take.
It's just some sounds.
Yeah, even though you feel as much conviction as you ever did when you're saying them now, it's still, there's something cheap about them or meaningless. And in the room, you sense, each of you sense it's almost like the edges of the room are lit in a way that at the corners
The seams.
and at the seams, and that light dances as would perhaps a green flame.
Evelyn steps in front of Dr. Azim and mom arms him back and stands protectively.
Yeah, Dr. Azim was already uncomfortable with the idea of the body in the room, but it's clear that he's also witnessing this. Charles, you begin to see a vision.
What the fuck?
He's allowed. It's okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, relax. We're pretending.
You see a vision of yourself wanting to relate this story of yourself in the future, trying to film this thing with your learnings from this detective work, and no sound will come out of your mouth. It's just silence.
It's heaven.
Nothing. The executives are standing saying, well, nothing. The words that appear in front of you that you've said, the executives refuse to read it. They're not reading it. They're waiting to hear something. And there around you, you see devilishly laughing. Buster Keaton, Laurel and Hardy, Harold Lloyd.
Laurel and Hardy?
They're both laughing derisively, not because they enjoy your work, but because you are a fool. Roll for sanity.
That's so sad.
Hey, no.
How we doing?
Just like one above. I have 41 sanity, and I rolled a 42.
You can hang on to it. It was a luck.
Oh, luck. Yeah. Just a little luck. I can handle this. All right.
One deep breath and you're good.
For a second, it's like, oh, no, I got this.
Yeah, center yourself.
So the vision of this dancing green light persists.
And this is new.
This is, yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure.
No.
You tell me, you're the priest. Does this happen every time you do?
This doesn't. I don't remember this.
Yeah. What will you do? The light it seems to flare and then has diminished, but not down to zero.
I pull the top of the sheet down.
You grasp the top of the sheet.
I want to see if these things are connected. I want to perform a kind of science.
You grasp the sheet, pull it back, and for a moment there is the body of W.M. Bleeker there,
I'm relieved.
lying on the floor. But as you are pulling it, the body just sinks into the floor and, clips the plane of the rug, of the carpeted ground, and just travels downward until it is not in the room anymore.
No.
Everybody roll sanity check.
Oh.
That's not how bodies work.
Yeah.
I fail miserably.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm good.
Now we're getting into business.
Ooh, I just barely am sane.
Congratulations.
I came out on top of this one.
I'm just sort of like, problem solved.
Those last rites did the trick.
Ooh, yeah.
That was going to be the whole afternoon.
Yeah.
I mean, for all intents and purposes, it looks like I did a great job.
Roll a d4 for me, please. And then remove that number.
3.
Okay, I did not. Yeah.
I failed by almost 60 points.
Okay,
It was a very bad
Ooh,
fail.
that's a hot failure. What was the actual roll?
I think I rolled 61, and my sanity is currently 33.
Okay.
So I lose another 3, so make that 30.
Okay. Dr. Azim yelps, and he just runs from the room.
Yeah.
He runs back down the stairs.
That makes sense. So the body has disappeared. I'm going to get very close to one of these corners.
Okay.
Like, with trepidation, I want to see it up close.
As you turn to approach, and the light is now gone. And you had seen it in your peripheral as you watched the body descend, and it seems to you that it stopped when the body was gone. As though sated.
The body just fell through the floor. We should just go downstairs. We could probably find the body. It's probably fine.
I think it's in the family room now.
Yeah, it's probably fine. It's probably just lying there. Just, it happens. Probably just fall through floors. It's fine.
How many floors is this building?
6.
That's all?
Yeah. You like that? Oh, damn it.
I was going to say, if you know anything about 1930s architecture, you know that they could only build 5 floors in a building like this for a long time.
Yeah.
So 6, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's like
That's
a
the-
skyscraper.
Yeah, that's the good stuff. Okay, yeah, I don't have a good explanation for that. I hope no one asks me about it soon.
What was that?
Yeah. What the hell did you do?
I said, I looked down, and the sheet's there.
The sheet's still there, yeah.
Is this why you retired? Because you made bodies fall through floors?
I say, this isn't something I'm doing.
Are you sure?
This is definitely not how it works.
Well, what is doing it?
And I produced the book and I say it's these people. It's this university.
Yeah. Do you all, I mean, does the book fall open any of those pages? Or it's just, you just holding it closed?
I don't expose anyone else to it.
Okay.
I just say it's these people. This is not a health fad. This is not these are not good people.
Yeah. Now
I agree.
You know that there is a floor below here.
Yeah.
Because you came up the stairs. It's like a receiving area, like a receptionist area.
Yeah, and I'm freaked out. I'm freaked out because weird stuff's happening. Is the gun still in here, or did the police take the gun?
No, the gun is still here. The gun is still here on the desk.
I try to pocket the gun as
Roll to pocket.
slyly as possible.
Successful pocketing.
What is that?
No,
Jump?
It's jump.
I could jump like a mother. You want me to jump? I jump on the desk and I go.
Well, it's intimidating.
From the ground.
Yeah, like I'm talking like a 6-foot vert.
I want to see you intimidate the gun, where you're like, get out of my pocket. See if it just whip.
I'll do it. I got great intimidate stats too.
You pick up the gun.
Okay.
You're fine.
All right.
You pick up the gun.
All right.
Where do you want to go?
I just put it in my pocket just because I want
Just enjoy the gun.
to defend myself. And then I say, we should get the rifles. We should go downstairs and see the body, and we should get some rifles.
Get rifles. Put them in the car. But yeah, I'm horrified, and I don't want to know. But we want to go to the room below this room fast.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so you grab that gun,
Steady my nerves.
run down those stairs.
Don't mind me.
Oh.
I'm all freaked out, so I'm like, whoa, I grab this off the credenza.
We take a moment.
Some nerves.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, geez. Ah, shucks.
Can't believe it.
Well, I mean, if we're all sitting down for a little glass of something.
I mean, we just saw
We just saw a body disappear. I'm freaking out over here.
That's a healthy bore.
I mean, what happened when the sheet got down? Like, we don't want that to happen to us. We got to get sheet face.
No, salute. Omin, no?
None for me.
All right, you run downstairs. Yeah, no, that's right. You run downstairs, and downstairs it's an open area. It's like a reception. There's chairs and
Open floor plan?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a great room.
Very modern.
Spared no expense.
Pot lights in the ceiling. It's like tasteful, natural lighting. Who's in the front of the stairs?
I'm running from here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Evelyn actually walks with a cane, so it takes her a second to get on the stairs. So she's last.
And she can provide that extra support to Dr. Azim.
He already ran away.
Yeah,
Dr. Azim's gone.
Yeah.
Just running around my house.
Waving his arms like this.
Scooby-Doo thing. He's coming up.
Look, if we're going to be running back and forth around a hall, we got to remember the order.
Yeah, true.
Oh yeah. It's like, show us how it's done. So you're first, right?
Yeah.
You will need to make a sanity check, because what you see is at the same angle that it had descended, you just make out the shoulders and the head descend through the plane of this floor, on this level. And by the time the others,
It's gone?
you make it down, it's not in the room anymore. It's gone down.
Okay, I found the edge of this. I found the edge of my sanity on this one.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Now why don't you roll a little d4? Why don't you try one of them?
That's 3.
All right. You're doing pretty healthy, though, as far as I'm concerned.
I'm sorry you're disappointed.
I hate this. Yeah, it's gone.
So
the police are not in here. They're outside still doing whatever they're doing.
But Omin saw it go down on the other floor. The rest of us didn't because we're a half step behind him.
Yeah, you're just behind them,
Okay.
right? So
Where did you say the rifles are?
In the basement.
Oh, okay. You didn't install like a lift of any kind in the...
I mean, there's usually a bunch of servants running around, just handing us guns. You don't have a gun, servant? You have a gun, butler? Yeah.
Is there a gun bell we could ring?
Wait,
Yeah,
It's uninstalled.
You know that the layout of this building, refinery. No, that's not the right word. It's rendering.
Yeah.
It's like hog rendering.
The rendering
Oh my God, this is
in my parents' mansion.
Oh, it's never been a mansion.
man.
These are offices. Yeah, your parents don't
I
live
wanted
around
this to be
here.
a house.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris.
No,
This
you.
just-
No,
This
no.
just gets worse and worse, doesn't it? The deeper we get.
Let's go down together.
Oh no.
Do we smell the creosote?
Oh yeah, and it comforts you. You love it.
Yeah.
You grew
Yeah,
up
it's like
and around
brown sugar.
It smells like money.
it. You were born in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that the layout of this building, that these are offices and a reception.
Up above.
Yeah, and then further down there are packaging,
Functional,
functional
industrial,
constructs, right?
neat hooks.
Conveyances and so
Great.
forth.
Awesome.
The killing floor.
We,
Yes, precisely.
we
Killing
we have to see how far down this goes, right?
The humane killing floor.
Yeah.
It's not really a floor. It's a loose grate that catches the meat and the blood.
It's like
Oh,
the
yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
the opposite of a grill.
It's next to the pig torture room.
It's next to like the pig interrogation room.
Because scared.
The most delicious one. Yeah. We got another pig right next door, and he's selling you out.
Evelyn's taking notes again.
Yeah.
Dear Mr. L.A. Sander.
Scared meat tastes better. We had a whole research department confirm that.
Evelyn's just kind of rocking and whispering, animal welfare, animal welfare, animal welfare.
This is important work. I think you would identify with it. Yeah.
The R&D department, like they did studies. They found out pigs have more emotions than humans. So they feel it worse than like if a person had been going through this.
I feel like this has to be a sanity check for Evelyn. Like, I mean,
Feel free to. I'd be delighted.
not that I want to, but I just, if it's true to the character, it's true to the
We
character.
found out it goes pigs, dolphins, then humans.
I fail my sanity check.
Okay, roll a d4. These are
3.
just little sprinklings so far.
Just little sprinklings.
But I'm saying it like, you know.
Are we close to the dolphin torture room?
Conversationally, no, that's in a different department. It's in Miami.
Yeah. So you know that there is a stairs toward the back of this area, with like the equivalent of a mud room to protect the offices from anything untoward.
Aromas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, essentially we're like following this thing down.
Yeah. You descend the stairs. You are struck at this time of day. Number one, there's no light down here. There's no like outer windows. But it is the early evening. Too early for it to be closing time. But there's no sense that workers were here and were told to leave because of the incident or anything like that. There are no lights on down here in the killing floor. You see in this expanse, which is maybe the size of an aircraft hangar, there are the glint of hooks on the ceiling. What you assume are the conveyor belt on either side of the room that descends into darkness at the far side.
This is legit like a nightmare I had once.
Thank you.
Do you rent this space out for parties?
Yeah. Yeah. Pig parties.
They're 24/7.
Kids love it, yeah.
Oh, parties for the pigs. That's nice. At least you take care of their, entertainment.
Oh, yeah. It's all part of the psychological, you gotta mess with their heads.
It starts with the party.
Yeah, they think everything's fine,
This is horrible.
and then it's not.
You, in the darkness as you're peering down there, and you're unsure of like where exactly the plane, there's like the vector
Yeah,
lines
exactly,
up
from
where the
here
body goes
to
down.
down, yeah.
Yeah, you're not quite sure where that is in the space. But you can see at the far edge another a glint along a seam at
That
the bottom
seam,
of the
the glow?
floor. That green flame. Before it goes completely dark again.
Okay, so it's being consumed again. Each of these times, it's just traveling between these places somehow.
Yeah, and it's upon it being dark again, you hear something like a plodding sound, like a footfall.
I think we can all agree no on
No,
that.
I say, Mr. Bleeker, get the lights on.
I go for the lights.
You die. No.
Man, I should have investigated. Rookie mistake. I know.
No, you
Shoot the lights.
You're back alive again.
Hey!
You reach over on the wall where one of the large switches is, and you pull it, and the lights overhead nearest to you do turn on and cast a lot of much more light than was before into the room. And at the far back, you now see two human figures in the darkness, and near them is a beast.
You're like the super frown emoji right now.
A shape in the dark that is maybe twice as tall as either of them.
So there's two human figures, and then there's this other.
Oh,
fucking
no.
thing?
Mm-mm.
Oh God!
Nope.
Sanity check. Sanity check, please.
Did you draw this?
Yes.
You did?
It's my greatest creation.
All of us see this?
Yes, you all see it. In this light, it's pretty clear.
I can stay more sane looking at this than I can hearing about pig welfare, apparently.
Is the structure on its back like a dandelion?
Yeah. So what you see at this distance is it's very tall. Seems to have two very long legs with one too many joints. These are they look like a rib cage protruding, and then at the back of the thing is like a large, almost like a sack. It didn't exist back then, but those plasma,
plasma
balls where you can touch that and then the little wisps
Yeah.
come off? That is what that resembles. Like there are structures inside, and the light glints off of these things that seem to terminate down what you can tell is the head of a person thrown back. How were your sanity rolls, by the way?
It was bad.
Yeah.
What do I roll for how much I'd lose?
I think maybe roll. How about a D10? At this point.
Oh, only two. Thank the Lord.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I rolled a 99, so I'm pretty sure I shit my pants.
God. Okay. Hold on a second. There's these special cases because I think that is a technical term in the book is a pants shit.
I just pray that my pants don't fall down
Oh,
again.
No, it's just the weight.
The slow fall.
God, I want to say, do you take the max at that point? I don't think you do.
No,
No.
if you roll 100, it's
100 is absolutely. I know there's a range for
fuck fest.
worst.
Yeah, okay.
A fuck fest?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's,
no.
that's- that's the technical term, yes.
No, keep your pants on.
Okay.
No, roll a D10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no. There you go.
4.
Could be voice.
I was 10 off, but I used 10 luck.
I'm starting to get ground up here, for real.
Evelyn's like, that's unpleasant, but at least it's not an animal.
Not anymore.
Well,
Not anymore.
I mean, it was a human. And that's sad, but
At the the turning on of the light, you see this creature loping, sort of like a giraffe, like it has that gait.
That heavy sort of
Heavy,
leaning.
yeah.
Long neck.
That gives me the
and
shivers.
it seems to start a little bit at the light, and the two robed figures as well. They start, and you hear one of them shout to the other, "Protect the Threnodite."
Threnodite.
And they both reach into their robes and draw small glinting blades.
I yell at them. I say, "You're trespassing. Get out of here. You get out of here and you take that, whatever that is, with you."
Roll to persuade.
Oh, can I intimidate? Yeah. I say it really mean, though.
Let's try, yeah.
I'm like, "Hey,
They
with
put their
all
knives
the authority of a trust fund, little."
They go,
piece
we
of
have
shit."
we have visitor badges? Is this not cool? What do you...
We checked in
I
at the
mean,
front desk.
I'll roll to
Yeah.
intimidate.
Can I,
No.
can I
Dude,
back
yeah.
him up with
No,
like
go
my,
ahead.
my giant magnifying glass? Like,
Sure.
Menacingly.
Yeah. You put it over my face so my scowl looks bigger.
Now they have to roll sanity.
All right. Oh, no, I'm intimidating.
Okay, now you go ahead.
5.
A 5. Okay, so I win, right?
Oh, yeah, no, that's
it's
very
better
good.
than
I
that.
intimidate the shit out of him.
Where's your shit?
65.
Yeah, 65. But look at what this means here, my friend. All the way down here, if you're under 13%, that means that you did this as well as it can be done.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
They're scared.
I
To
accept
the
this.
extent it matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
How
accept
he
this.
acted towards the Thenodite, they act towards me. I'm their equivalent.
he shit his sack.
Yeah.
They were starting to run at the party, but upon you saying that,
What are you doing here?
what
Get out of my factory.
upon saying that, they stop in their tracks, holding the knife, and they go, "The pork boy knows."
I go, "Pork man! I'm a pork man!" And they stomp.
They run in terror. No, one stands with a knife outstretched and whispers something to his compatriot, who runs back to this creature, which at this sudden noise you can see is now sort of it's almost like staggering, like a newborn, like a fawn, and
Oh, just like knobby knee.
yeah,
Bambi action.
and it the other fellow runs over and then kneels before it, and it seems to be saying words to it, but the other cultist is still standing with the knife pointed. At this distance, I mean, the knife's not gonna do anything. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I go, "Oh, you're not going to leave?" And then I show him the gun. I go, "But now what do you think? Intimidate in? What's my gun's intimidation stat? 100? Yeah.
You brandish the gun, and the cultist brandishes the knife.
But we're like really far apart.
Yes, it's a Mexican standoff.
He's like a good
Who's gonna flinch?
60 yards away.
Absolutely, yes.
I don't know that I want to kill someone. I'm just confused.
Here, so what?
I'm just going,
Tell me more about this place, because you would know, right?
Yeah.
So this is a mechanized killing floor with conveyor belts.
Top
Yeah.
of the line murder facility, we like to say.
You know what? It's all right.
We're kind of proud. We could kill at twice the speed of our closest competitor.
Yeah, you see, there are clearly two conveyor belts on either side.
Yeah.
Maybe, and these enemies are between them by maybe like 20 feet on either side to reach those belts. There's also various hooks.
I was say mechanized hooks.
There's mechanized hooks, yes. There's a beam and a crane that would be used to carry a weight and a hook.
Yes, and there's like a giant arm that just shoots a little bolt out.
Are the conveyor belts moving right now?
No. None of these are on.
But I have the same idea. If there's, we can't. This is some kind of god baby. We can't fist fight it. But we have to try to create an environment that is inimical to god babies.
Harder than you think.
Yeah, you had me at inimical, right?
I know, exactly. Which we know what that means.
We have. It can't be safe
No.
for them.
No.
And so you have your gun. You have it trained on him.
I got it trained on the guy who's brandishing the knife.
Yeah, and I just behind you, I say, where are the controls for this room?
Do I make it up, or do you want to tell me? They're right next to us.
They're in my pocket.
They're right here.
I said, oh.
Yeah.
It's just a remote that you have, and you just go click.
And the monster's right next to a giant saw. Just hit that thing.
It's standing right on.
Yeah, it's standing on the giant platform that opens.
You know that you can descend this flight of stairs, and then along the wall before the conveyor belt starts, there is a small flight of stairs up and a rail, and then there's all of the controls are there. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So he indicates that to me, and so while he's got this pointed here, I'm gonna try to take that set of stairs while they're looking elsewhere. While one is worshiping its gross thing, and the other one is waving its sacrificial knife, I'm going to try to sneak down this other staircase and try to figure out the controls for this place.
Okay.
Can I tell them that the guns are on this floor too? Like where we came in?
Oh, what do you mean?
Like our armory? We were in here to get guns. I know there are guns in the building. Can I tell them?
You did say they were in the basement.
The two of them to go get the guns while he's turning this on, and I've got it trained on that guy.
Yeah, I will allow that. I think that's acceptable.
Okay.
Because what's one guy with a knife going to do at this range?
Yeah.
Right.
So while I've seemingly got him in a stare down, and Omin's running for that, I tell you two that the guns are one room over in another storeroom.
We run
So,
for
do what you want with that.
You run for the guns.
Okay.
I want to, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, not to
But
give
we're
you an
conferring,
assignment.
like,
Yeah.
okay, I'll get the.
That's okay.
I'll
Okay.
get the guns.
Great. Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Can I use my knowledge of the natural world to try to look at this monster? Because I have an inkling that this human head inside the sack might be somehow recognizable.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, you can. Is that what you're trying to discern?
Yeah, I'm trying to learn whatever I can about this creature, but the reason I started looking was because, whose head is in there?
I'm not sure how much you'd be able to tell at this distance.
You're going to have to get very close to it, so just head down there.
So
Yeah,
then
just
in
run it
that
up.
case, looking at all of this machinery, you'd be surprised to know that Evelyn actually knows very well how to operate heavy machinery. So she's trying to figure out if there's a crane or one of those hooks that she can just kind of hop up on and grab and do a little flyby.
You should come hang out with me. I mean, I am at this device. You're about to see a lot of knobs and levers.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna and right
And
now,
I'm King Knob.
and I'm just
Yeah.
Just looking busy.
yeah.
So Evelyn runs up behind him, hits exactly the right button, and just catapults off with especially her strongest leg, and strongest up, pushes the button as it swings by and grabs the hook, and she's gives him a wink. Action movie time.
This is Call of Cthulhu. This is not. I think that's 8 or 10 different rolls to see if that works.
Okay, fine. That's what Evelyn does in her head as a movie star. What she actually does is walks over slowly and considers the control panel and tries to do an operate heavy machinery check.
Yeah, so you're trying to activate like this crane
Yeah.
system on the top.
96.
Oh,
That's
no.
a fail of almost
No,
any
isn't that a
skill.
6? Oh, a 90.
96.
Oh.
The 6 was good.
Yeah, I was like,
That
6
90
ain't
comes
bad.
in,
Yeah.
It's like, woof.
Well, you know, Evelyn's very good with heavy machinery, but when it comes to weapons of mass animal murder, it turns out she's not very
Yeah,
experienced.
you've tried not to learn about these.
Yeah.
I was going to say that this machinery is actually, like pigs are not, they don't weigh that much. So this is actually light machinery, and you didn't really learn about.
Darn.
Medium weight.
Yeah, at best.
I mean, we do our best to fatten them up. It's like no range pigs.
You're talking about this in
Yeah.
the middle of it. Evelyn's like, la, la, la.
So yeah, you're in the other.
Yeah, I'm
you're
like
elsewhere, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to get into the next room to get the guns. I'm going as fast as I can, but I'm also like, he said over here. Is this it?
It's like a storage room
Yeah.
adjacent to where you enter when
Yeah.
you go downstairs.
Okay.
For any unruly pigs that might go, you know.
Yeah, that's good for you because you see the threnodite sort of hunker down, and it seems to strain, and you see from this orb behind it
No.
tendrils, little
No.
filaments emerge, and each of you another sanity check, please. Upon seeing this,
I fail by rolling another 96.
that's got to be worth something.
Yeah, boy. Safe.
So I don't see any of this because I'm in the next
No,
room.
You're fine.
Yeah, I'm
not
like,
part
do
of
I
this
want the little
horrible
gun
thing.
or the big gun?
You know what? Why choose?
Oh, both.
You're like, how do I work this into the movie? Like,
I know,
is this
yeah.
funny
Oh,
if
yeah.
I get a bag full of these guns?
So I joined Evelyn in the 96 club.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, let's roll them D4s then. Let's see
D4
where we're
or
at.
D10?
This time it's a D4.
Only one. That's so nice.
Congratulations. How
Thank
about you,
you.
big boy?
I beat it.
Are you good?
He did a great job. I got a 3.
I'm too comforted by all this familiar setting.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the murder. All
No,
the,
no.
all the,
He sees that crust that's sort of clinging to all the machinery, and it puts him at ease.
Home. Yeah.
yeah.
The cultist who's nearest to you says, all will be made worthy. Why not join us?
I say, I'm listening, and I'm trying to figure out how I can swing a hook somewhere in the middle of this place,
Yeah,
or
are
at
you-
least activate the conveyors and just try to create a different environment.
Okay, let's you try it. Let's see. I mean, is it like another heavy machinery? I suppose. Give it a shot.
And I'm looking for the words, like forward, a big button.
Yeah, I mean,
can I yell and help him? I mean, I know the area. I go, use the brain bolt, big blue button. There's a hydraulic arm that shoots a little thing into the pig's heads.
yeah, that's
We lovingly call it the brain bolt.
it's just fun. There's a much longer term for it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, if you want to yell that to him,
I do.
I mean, it's sort of at this point, it's like 20 feet away at the end of the
Yeah.
conveyor. It's nearest to what's going on, but I mean, you'd still have to get somebody into it. It's a pretty tight
Yeah.
space, so you'd have to persuade, I guess, a cultist. Hey, why don't you go put your head in there, buddy?
I mean, he did like 5% last time. I mean,
Yeah, he did pretty good.
My persuasion is not as good as my intimidation. I could, like, guilt him into it.
you know what? You really fucked a lot of stuff up.
Yeah, you should feel bad about what you're doing. Put your head over there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm flipping up plastic levers. I mean, I'm literally pushing every button on it. I'm not waiting to try to figure it out. I'm gonna make something happen.
Okay, you trigger one lever, and the conveyor belt on your side of the room begins to roll toward you, toward your side, away from the bolt. It is in motion now.
I don't like it. I feel like it's going the wrong way.
What if you turn the lever the other way?
I'll try that.
Aha, now we have something.
Now you're thinking of portals.
It just stops again.
You're thinking with porkles.
It's running the other way, and the cultist looks at it and says, "You're only delaying the inevitable. There's nothing for you to do here. The work is done already. And if you stop us, it will just be done again."
I shoot him.
Good. Let's see, how does that work?
I got a firearm skill. That's my handgun skill is not as good as my rifle/shotgun.
Yeah.
So anytime you want to jump in here, Arnie.
I'm in the next room, like playing with. I got distracted. I'm playing with the guns, like going.
Yeah, like Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah, the two.
The classic routine.
But I hear the gunshot. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot.
So I have a 35 in my handgun. So it's just roll to hit sort of thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Me.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're no stranger to this.
Let's check. 93. All right.
Warning shot.
Warning shot. I go, hey, shut up.
He doesn't even flinch. It does not bother him that you have a gun.
Wow.
What do you mean the work is done and it'll be done again? What do you mean?
We are but the merest forepaw of a much larger beast.
That beast?
Oh no. Oh no. This is merely one of these. This blessing, this return to natural order that was stolen from us.
God, it's pure. I say that out loud. I'm like, it's pure. It's perfect. It's like
Oh,
it's
God.
without consciousness. I'm like, this is their plan. I say,
You're saying
this
that
is
out
your
loud.
plan. Yeah, I say, this is your plan.
He is almost pleading now. He says, consciousness is for gods, not for us. Never for us. The Threnodite again bears down, and I request another sanity check.
Jeez, what the hell is it doing?
I've sort of started to run it back in with the
Yeah.
gun, so I assume I'm
And you're clean.
just
yeah.
in time to
So-
see.
You haven't. Yeah, you don't catch the edge of that one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, so the golden boy.
Well, I got to spend 20 more luck to beat that one.
Evelyn,
So I do.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
You'll never get me. I'm going to live forever.
Take a swig. Yeah.
I get back on. I regain my psychological footing in this moment.
Okay. Good for you. Yeah.
Sorry.
Evelyn is almost like sobered by this explanation and by what's happening with the creature. And it's like she just comes to a decision of like, no, this won't do. And she unscrews the top of her cane, which is actually a revolver, takes aim and shoots at the monster. Just, no, mm-mm.
Yeah. How's that work? Roll that.
She,
Because I mean, gosh, I like what's happening.
she would miss, but I am just as committed to my shot as Ryan was to his sanity, so I'm going to spend the luck points. So I'm going to spend 9 luck points to
Hit it.
hit it, yeah,
Let's see.
with my revolver, which does 1d10 plus 2 damage.
Yeah. Let's roll for them.
That is 10 damage.
So you spent luck points to just make the threshold. You just
Yeah,
got down
exactly.
there. Okay. So it's not like a particularly. It's
It's
not
not
a focus shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you do hit it like square in the body. You see that rib cage there, and then that large structure behind. Your shot manages to pierce like at that rib cage, where upon where you hear a sharp cry that sounds human, and you notice that within that cage there is in fact another head. Looking closer at it now, you believe that there are perhaps 4 heads in a row
Oh,
stored here.
Inside?
Yes, as like a kind of psychic battery that needs these people to do its work.
It's a plenty pack.
Humans.
Yes.
Hedipede.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
No, you don't like it.
No.
A bit.
It's mewling inside the.
But I have been told it doesn't have consciousness, and I do see that it is an abomination, so I am shooting without reservation.
Oh, so you're just like going.
Yeah, it's no horse.
She made the decision.
Yeah. Fan the hammer.
The cultist down there closest like cries out and says no.
Yes.
He says disagree, and he runs up. Let's see, where are you located right now? Are you at the top
At
of the
the
stairs
control
still?
panel.
Yeah, we're
there?
together, yeah.
Okay, he's just rushing the both of you with the blade.
I'll hand you the other half of my cane, which is now a club.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Here you go.
Just hand it.
Yeah.
Catch it in midair.
And I want to give cover from the stairs.
Yeah, and get ready. Yeah, I mean, you should maybe try to get another shot on him when he's on his way.
Yeah.
And I'm still in the other room, and I'm like, did doorknobs turn to the left?
You have not come out yet.
Got a drink or something? Yeah, you're like,
You did not come out yet.
Oh, no, I thought, okay.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah. You hear anything?
Yeah,
Like,
I hear
guess
a
you
bunch
some
of
gunfire now.
gunfire. So yeah, I open the door finally. I figure it out. I come out with my guns. I have no skill to use a gun at all.
You're just bringing them in for everybody
Yeah, I'm
else.
like, hey guys,
got
who
a
wants guns?
armful of rifles.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna swap
Evelyn
out.
raises her hand. I'll take another.
Yeah, I swap out for a rifle for sure.
All right.
If there's time. This guy's a really slow runner.
Yeah, he's panting. He stops to catch his breath.
He's just his hands on his like robe knees.
I start tossing guns, which is probably unwise, but
Yeah.
use a gun.
Yeah, I
Use
want-
a
Gun for you. Gun for you. Like Oprah. The firearms Oprah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cultist is going to take a swing at you. Although now at close range, you were shooting at this beast, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he'll swing that blade. Does not connect. Does not connect. It's a lazy, sloppy. This may be a ceremonial knife. You don't even know if it has an
It's
edge
for
on
a
it.
costume.
Yeah. It's for Halloween.
Evelyn scoffs.
Well, here, maybe as he swings through, I'll counter with the club.
Ooh, okay, yeah. So that he's set up for it.
Wrap him across the knuckles.
Yeah, exactly. Oof. That is very good. I'm 1 point off from
Crit.
from extreme.
But that's for unarmed. Or does it change with a club? Because that's the thing. I want to shoot with a rifle, and I realize I don't have my rifle. If I hit, I don't know what my damage is. I need to look that up.
I know that
Got a bunch of books here.
I know that Kris can handle it.
All right.
Yeah, that's true. I can find it. I have the stats too.
Okay.
The club that I gave you does 1d8 plus your damage bonus.
Oh, perfect.
All right. So if it's extreme, what goodies do I get?
Gosh, it's just a club. It's like a blackjack.
Yeah, basically.
Oh no, it's the cane, right?
Yeah, it's the end of my cane.
Okay. Yeah, here, let me see here.
I was using it as a club in the book.
Okay. You bring the club down.
You can join the club.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have this cultist join your club.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a party in the club, in fact.
You bring the club down, and given the swing that he set you up for,
Right.
you bring it down on the back of his neck, and he goes to the ground.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Evelyn is impressed. Very nice.
It's like, we're not done. And I get ready for the next weirdo to come over here.
Yeah.
The other weirdo is he has not gotten up from his prayer.
He's still praying to this gross thing.
Yeah. And you are now seeing, now out of the heat of this hand-to-hand combat, you see the green flame upon the geometry of the edges of the room has begun to
Flare up
coruscate
again?
again. Yeah.
Oh dear God.
When you were throwing guns around, I want to pocket my handgun and get the rifle. And if we're just all shooting people now and going crazy, and this is what it is, then I'm gonna take a rifle shot, because being rich kid skeet shooting, he's better at it. I have to yell pull before I shoot. I go pull, and then I take a shot.
Are you going right for that?
Yeah, but the only problem is I don't have rifle stats. So if I hit this, I don't know what I do.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, wait, you said you knew
No,
what the.
No,
I
handgun.
have a handgun.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me see what we got here.
Because I'm gonna hit.
You go ahead.
So let's just skip the step. I won't even roll. We got it.
Go ahead, roll. Just roll for it. Yeah, I got a rifle.
Killed it. I'm the greatest person that's ever lived.
What kind of rifle is it? A lot of different kind of rifles over here.
Whatever's the strongest. An elephant gun.
Given
Whatever
that
rich people
it's-
have lying around in the
Yeah,
basement.
because they're like little pigs with elephant guns.
Yeah.
It's just, they explode. Pink mist.
Slime.
Yeah, we make
that's-
nuggets. It's pink slime, and we gather it all.
That's how we do it.
That's how we do it. Who are you to judge? All right, we're rich.
Yeah, there's stats for elephant gun here, but given that it's you use it for skeet shooting,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's a 30, like a lever
I
action.
would say it's like a normal. Yeah. Okay, so what's that?
Did you hit?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, where were you hitting?
I think I'm aiming at the praying cultist. I was not aiming at the.
Just clean up all the cult action.
Yeah, I'm going after the ads.
Yeah, so
And
that
also,
one.
and also this thing is weird. It's like some kind of a larval, like baby version of whatever it is. Like without the cultists to take care of it, I don't even know what it's capable of.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm
Yeah.
sort of just seeing it.
Well, yeah, it's new for you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Welcome to the party.
Yeah,
Guys.
I think you should also have to make a
Yeah,
sanity
I
check.
So
for
what's the damage on the cultist?
damage is going to be 2d6.
2d6 plus DB. Everything seems like it's plus DB.
Plus what?
That
Damage bonus.
That would be a 99.
Oh, that's.
So that's bad. I
like
shit
a
my pants
bone.
again, I guess.
Yeah.
Is it?
You didn't know that your pants could hold this much
I
waste.
know. If there was more.
There's no
damage bonus?
plus on that one in particular.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
no, it's filled to the brim.
I know. But you know what? Gotta say,
3.
good pants.
Quality pants.
I do 8.
8 points.
8. Okay.
I imagine you turning to the camera with a like.
Like,
And
Did
you
I
catch the cultist, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. I was going to the cultist. Yeah, the one praying, the one who
Okay.
didn't even know.
Yeah. He screams out, even amid whatever words he's uttering, and even though you tag him, he did not stop praying. You hear that strange language is just uttered in agony instead, and he continues. And when he gets hit, you see the Thranodite stagger again, and the light at the edges of the room flares as if in response to this.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, you messed up.
Yeah,
right?
so is it 10? Is it 4?
Well, at this point, I recall that you're not doing too hot on
You know
sanity.
what? I'm okay.
You're not doing
I'm
bad,
like
though.
37.
It's relative.
That's bad.
I know.
Your number is bad.
It's stressful though. Hey, let's do a D10.
Okay.
Let's do a D10. This is big stuff, right?
Hey.
Hey, not bad.
Not bad.
Better than you would guess seeing what I'm seeing.
You're like, it's bad, it's yucky, but
Yeah,
you know.
it's bad, it's yucky. It's also, it kind of freaks me out. I'm like, there are 4 heads in this thing.
Yeah.
And I'm
Pretty
like,
much.
there are 4 of us. That concerns me a little bit.
Oh yeah. The right number, maybe to make another one of these.
Oh no.
You may not know words, but you sure know math.
I know. 4. I can count to at least 4.
Yeah. That's handy.
You. So the creature. It looks as though it's going to
Pulse again.
pulse again, but instead it has hunched down to address the
feed?
the harmed cultist. It does not feed. It has a set of 4 arms.
Like pedipalps or something?
Yeah, I mean they do look like human arms. This thing is composed of repurposed
Yeah.
people.
Aftermarket.
And almost like in disgust, it just bats the injured cultist away, who collapses to the ground. And then, almost as in worship itself, brings those two hands together, and the green flame grows ever brighter. And now you begin to see at the edges of the room, black begins to descend and cover the surfaces. Each of you are possessed of a sense of like a cold, of numbness, as you are carried elsewhere.
What? I say, guys, we have to get back to the quad.
You each awaken on a cold, hard ground, rocky. Your eyes are adjusting to the dim light. You're on a vast, featureless plain that is only lit from an odd structure in the center. Some could be a mile away, could be 20 miles away. But it resembles like a brutalist series of cubes descending from the sky. As you adjust to the scene, you hear various barks and yips and movement around you. And these are the sounds of people. And you can see in that dim light that they are scavenging, fighting, not conversing, no longer with us as we would recognize a human. Each of you do a sanity check, please.
Evelyn's whispering, animal welfare. She fails again.
Stay sane.
Nope.
What do you think?
62. No, I did not.
You're doing not great.
Not great.
Okay.
That's the thing about sanity. As it gets lower, it's harder,
Sure
and
is.
harder.
They'll get you.
I failed also, so just, let me know how things are going to go for me.
Yeah, at this point, if you failed, I'd love for you to take a D20.
D20?
What if you didn't fail?
You know
I
what?
think you're fine.
You know
Hey.
what? Maybe we'll spend a little luck on that one. We'll spend 5 points of luck.
Oh,
and
I think that's wise.
yeah, I say, well, okay. I don't like that, and I don't like this,
No.
and I don't like those,
Yeah, I agree.
and I like that less than I did the first time I saw it.
Do we have? He's just pointing to the.
Oh, yeah, no.
Theater of the mind.
I'm looking to see if the
For a
images
second, it
are
looked like you're pointing at yourself.
Yeah.
I hate this.
I hate myself.
I hate this
Can we
creature.
Yeah. What's with this coat? We don't have our guns, I assume, right?
No, you have them still.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll let you have
I
them.
start shooting.
somehow.
Just
Some of
travel.
us over here
Yeah.
failed our sanity.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Sorry, do
Yeah.
your sanity check stuff.
Oh my God.
What's that one? Oof. That's a hot hit.
What happens when you guys go insane? Do we have to put you down?
15.
I have no idea.
Oh my dear Lord.
You ain't doing good.
All right.
Is anybody actually insane?
Not quite,
Okay, I'll take care
but
of that.
close.
I am almost as far from insane as you could be.
God, you're good. You're a good
He's
guy.
too dumb to be scared or insane.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Each of you, so you all look up at this structure, and it strikes you that it could be a city. If looked at in the right light, it appears to be,
A place.
yes, those could be skyscrapers of a kind. There are no windows or anything.
Is it on a hill?
It's not on a hill. As far as you can see, it does not connect to the ground. You don't know where it comes from. in the sky. You don't even know that this is sky that you're observing. But you are aware that the fortunate ones here who have been called to this place were people once that now live as animals, as beasts.
As beasts,
on
without
this plane.
consciousness.
With no
I
consciousness.
think you're right. I think that is the city on the hill. I just think that the hill is inverted somehow.
Do we have any idea how we came to be here? Because we certainly still have consciousness.
Oh no, you do not know. But you do have a sense that you're needed here. This is a good place to be.
I don't have that sense.
Yeah, do I? Are you sure I have that sense?
And yet you do.
I feel needed here.
This is a good place to be.
Actually, you don't think that.
I was kidding.
No, you don't believe that that's the case. This sucks.
Yeah, ew.
You don't like this a bit.
No, I think there's something. I just feel something.
Is it possible that some scrap of occult knowledge might be fruitful here?
Yes, I think so. That's valid.
I don't have it.
Yeah.
Not even a drop.
I don't have that much luck.
So there's another mechanic in here called pushing the roll.
Tell me more.
In a certain circumstance, when it is important, you may attempt the same roll again to see if you succeed. However, if you fail, then the consequences are dire, and at my decision.
I'm definitely doing it.
You got so much luck.
Yeah. I'm definitely doing that. It's like
yeah.
it's like when you go. The dynamic we have is like the sort of one where you go to a bar and you just tell the bartender to fuck you up. So I'm looking at this inverse, bizarre, mechanical city contraption, and I'm just racking my brain, trying to see if there's anything that I have read or anything that would connect to it, and something must just come loose.
You focus on it, trying to see if you remember anything that would describe this or would relate to this. And in exploring internally, in looking, trying to remember, something about that brings it to the surface. And before you can form a cohesive thought with it, it just sort of leaves you. And you can tell that it has gone toward the structure, that it was called by the structure.
The idea?
The idea, the knowledge. And you have a good sense about that. This knowledge didn't belong to you. It was transient. This is where it should be.
It's being collected there.
The consciousness.
Yes, it needs more of it. And the act of recalling and having learned this and thinking pleases it. It wants more. You want to give it more. You begin to walk toward it.
I say, follow me.
I think I remember that was the order. He goes first, and then you will, and I follow you.
But as an international celebrity, I'm a little bit worried about intellectual property theft.
I think it's a reasonable position.
Yeah.
I think you're looking at an incredible scenario. This is a place where intellect is property.
Well,
this is safer than Fort Knox.
But intellect can literally be stolen here.
Can I use my skill? I feel like I've been avoiding my greatest skill, which is acting. And I'm going to roll to act like I'm under the thrall of the thing.
Okay, sure.
So cool.
But also make it kind of funny.
Where are we at?
42, I definitely did it.
Hey, all right.
So you just like endummin yourself.
Yeah.
You make it a little bit, put a little silly twist on it.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah, some nearby cannibals that are feasting on a slain brother look up at you and go, that's funny. Return to their meal.
They return to that femur.
Yeah. And then the knowledge of how to act is removed.
oh shit.
You're no longer burdened by it.
What a relief.
What a blessing. What a blessing it is to be here, friends. What joy.
So near.
So near.
Can
And you-
Evelyn offer up the knowledge of how pigs are murdered in the in the
She's gonna use it to
in the Bleeker
lobotomize
family?
herself.
Now
Yeah.
you can just prune your
Yeah.
consciousness.
Here, take this.
Oh, you have only to think of it. And all of these horrible images are gone.
I don't even remember.
Blissful. Incredible. How do you feel, Donald? What's going on over here?
Well, you tell me, because is this affecting?
It hasn't yet, but you do now see that the three of them are beginning to, they're not like marching towards that light under this city. But they're kind of, their body language is very differential.
So, in terms of everything around, there's this spire or tower far off in the distance. We're surrounded by deformed
Yeah,
monster
gibbering.
animals.
Yeah.
Is there anything in any other direction? This is the only point of.
That's it.
Yeah.
You have a lot of reason to believe that it's more of this in every direction. It's just
Yeah.
there's no light source.
Yeah. I like to think he's too dumb to have any like real thoughts other than like, what's my next meal? Money, food, sleep. Just like instinct. He's an animal as much as you can be an animal.
So
That's why he's unaffected.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I say it already likes him fine.
The cultists actually should be worshiping him. Yeah. So, with nothing, no other like impetus or like any sort of stimulus, it's like, all right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there isn't really any stimulation here
No.
except for just these
No.
creatures trying to murder and eat each other.
He's not going because it's affecting him. He's just going because it's something to do.
So you're all walking then, maybe in marching order.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
Although
definitely-
I'm going last now. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
last.
I'm definitely leading the pack. Like,
Yeah.
it's all in there. Everything that we need is in there.
and
So
I'm-
we're just gonna, once we get there, it should be fine.
And I'm gripping the gun. I'm all about the gun. Gun and rifle in the
You hold
hand,
it. Hang
handgun
on
in
to
the pocket.
that.
Yeah.
As the four of you march toward these brutalist structures in the sky, you begin to feel, each of the three of you begin to feel more things being taken from you.
Just more fetters.
More things that you once thought you needed, but as soon as they're gone, you never know you had them in the first place. You don't miss them.
Driving frat
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah. Pretty much every one of the skills here. Just
I'm
in
like,
alphabetical order ticked off.
I'm like looking around and like scratching my butt and just like,
Yeah.
you guys feeling all right? Everyone good?
The three of you begin to move with a slightly more affected gait until such time as you feel comfortable to maybe drop to your hands as well and use them for emotion. Use them to walk forward too. To crawl perhaps. Donald, you feel pulls at certain ideas.
Yeah.
Skeet shooting, pigs,
Yeah.
beverages. They seem to be put delicately back.
I'm just walking with you three as you are all on fours. And I go, this is weird, guys. But, I mean,
if everybody's doing it.
At this point, who the three of you are no longer in these bodies. They have been repurposed almost like subroutines in a much larger program, a storehouse. The three of your forms scamper off in various directions. And
what?
And
I go, wait!
And Donald, you are there on this barren plain, clutching your gun.
This is horrifying.
All right, yeah, this is terrible.
And that is the end. Thank you so much, my lovely players. I appreciate each of you.
Nice work, man.
That was great. That was great.
Here's Straub, everybody.
That's all. Good night. Good night.
Good night. Hey, before you leave, if you thought that was fun, you can cook truly gruesome adventures like this at home with the Call of Cthulhu starter set. It's available at the Chaosium booth. They are here at the show. 10% off Call of Cthulhu products with the code that will materialize very, very soon on the screen.
There she is.
Hacking Plays Cthulhu up there. And of course, Acquisitions Incorporated Clank Legacy is still available at the merch booth, should you be interested in it. Thank you so much for the inaugural episode of Acquisitions Incorporated Call of Cthulhu. Good night.